everybody. Huh? The good news keeps coming. Cheers, everybody. Huh? Welcome to Cigar Butt Fiesta live stream. Wow, I feel like every time we're kicking off the live stream lately, there's always good news. Every time I can keep this damn Yahoo Finance page up with this with the daily action, then the after hours. So cheers to everybody, huh? I saw people saying to the short squeeze kickoff, can the damn live stream kick off? I was having trouble at the beginning, get messed up. So cheers everybody. I assume a lot of people here, potentially GME longs. I always hope this GME bears. Who knows? But needed the sweatbands today. I was sweating with all with all the shit that was going on today, huh? So much stuff, so much action. I mean, news-wise, not much. You might think what it's funny. The biggest news event, as far as I'm concerned, came after hours when Bari started. Bari was commenting about the PlayStation news, right? I thought that was that the first time he's commented on Twitter about it. I know he's had a lot of different accounts, or it was a bit up and down. I haven't seen too many posts just on Bari's account generally, but I saw that. I'm like, that's sick. But then, hey, I gotta say, I've been kind of like, is that squeeze gonna happen? Is this squeeze coming? But today, I mean, I think most people would agree that felt a little bit squeezy today, right? I mean, we see it up 20%. A lot of stuff was up today, just like on Monday when we were talking on Monday. How GME caught a bid, right? It wasn't up gigantic or anything like that. It caught a bid, but a lot of stuff was up. A lot of value stuff was up. A lot of stuff was up today, too, value related, a lot of the Roaring Kitty portfolio stuff. And I haven't looked through everything yet, but I suspect it'd have to do with the Fed meeting, too, today. And I did the dollar fall, did the dollar, I didn't look up the dollar yet. And we'll look that up. But I assume that was down, too, because I saw energy was up. Even that caught a bid, so... Remember we talk so many times I talk about the different tailwinds, right? That GameStop can catch some tailwinds by way of rotating into value stocks. Right now, I thought it was getting too late. I thought we were too late, that by the time GameStop might pop or anything like that, it might be too late for people to really start being focused on value. But who knows? That can always happen, and it's starting to see it this week. I still think it's unlikely that it would catch a huge bid from the tailwind. But what are you going to say? GameStop was one of the biggest movers today. And you saw me post it on Twitter. I posted so many things. I'm trying to have fun with it, right? Cheers, everybody. We got to have fun with it here. And then, check out the shirt. I got a special shirt for today. Folks, no, look at the robot. Beep, beep, boop, 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 boop. The only way we can explain this level of short interest is that the robots, they've gone crazy. They've gone awry. I mean, we're joking with it. We have no idea. We're just lowly individual investors. What the hell do we know? But when you look at that level of short interest, by the way, and I see what it got up to today, the borrow rate, 55%, it's getting up there. That doesn't mean anything's imminent, right? Because it was up close to 100%, even over 100% back in... Yeah, we looked this up in the last stream. But, so that was interesting. So then I'm like, here we go. Is this a little bit squeezy? Let's see what happens tomorrow. You had the big PS5 announcement today. That probably caught people's attention. And did you see I posted on Twitter that Nintendo announcement as well? I saw they had... published a release there, but they talked about how they expect digital to come back down a little bit too. So there was some news on that front too, and a new 52-week high. We talk about that reflexivity. Like all of a sudden, people start seeing things through. I mean, partially seeing things through rose-colored glasses, right? But also just the news. It starts to compound, and everyone's like, "Whoa, what's going on here? What's happening here? The short interest is what?" Michael Berry's involved, Ryan Cohen, the Chewy guy, and then everyone just starts like, all right, maybe there is something there. But the thesis, how much has the thesis changed? How much has the thesis changed in September? Marginally, barely at all. We just got closer to the consoles, so I think this is right. We talk about that in the stream, how you don't even need really much to happen, and this is just, well, I keep on saying it's just one day, but now we've had a couple of days, right? I mean, it was a new 52-week high. Another thing that I posted today. So if I were to just pull up that chart. Look at that chart. I mean, this has got to be. Isn't this a little bit terrifying? If you're short, you flip it and reverse it. Did you see that post too? I'm like, can you imagine? Flip the chart over. Can you imagine? Like, would technical analysts be buying this chart if it was inverted? Hell no, they wouldn't. And I mean, that's just another way of saying this chart looks bullish to me. If there's any more experienced technical analysts who are like, it's not that bullish. I actually think it's even more bullish than it was last week because it got the pullback. The market digested what some perceived as negative news in the quarterly release, but of course we didn't. We thought that was a pretty good press release. It just didn't have gangbusters news that everyone was like, whoa, this is nuts. So it was just par for the course. So the market sold off because people didn't get that imminent squeeze. A lot of people were betting on the squeeze, we suspected. They didn't get it. They said, forget GameStop. And then we were just like, let's just watch the price action. Let's see if any filings happen. Oh, were there any filings after hours? Surely not, right? I would have saw that. Someone would have tweeted about it. Okay, nothing. So in that case, we're just watching the price action, and this is really constructive. It's even more than that. I consider it super bullish. I mean, you got right back up to We're up pretty cleanly over this $8 range. And for those who don't know, hopefully everyone knows, I mean, this is a fundamentals-based thesis, right? This is kind of marginal analysis, but this is the type of stuff that's worth researching right now. Of course, we don't have much other news. There was some news today, right? PS5 stuff, the Nintendo talking about digital coming down, 52-week high, blah, 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 but like not much else. So it's like, let's check out the chart. Let's see what's doing it, because technical analysts, they don't care. They don't give a shit about the story. And so all these bears, secular risks and so forth, they don't care. They're going to see this chart. They're like, this is sick. 52-week high, golden cross. There's a golden cross in here somewhere. I had some lines in, we could see it. But it was hugely overbought in the daily chart, came back. Now it's coming back. It's this is going to be a really bullish. It's the bullishness of the chart is just increasing. And then if you back out to the weekly, sorry, I haven't even really looked at the chart. Look at this thing, huh? We're getting to this new plateau. We talked about on the stream, 10 to 12. Are we coming for 10 to 12? And then the shorts, are they panicking right now? Because I would be. We all would be. We keep on joking about, so many people talking. Well, first of all, welcome everybody. I'll get to all these comments. There's just a lot going on here. Oh, also, welcome Michael Burry. Welcome Michael Burry. You very obviously joined this stream today. You were cordially invited, so welcome. We're really excited to have you here today. We know you were long GameStop as well as of June 30th. You saw the PS5 announcement today. Welcome. We're very curious to see your thoughts in the live chat today, so please, we encourage you to share them. We're super excited to have you. This is amazing. No, of course not, right? But I couldn't believe you tweeted. I'm like, let's try to invite him. Let's see if he can come, because this would be the sickest ever. Oh, that would have been great. So maybe he is here. But welcome everybody. We got a shit ton of people here today, huh? This is sick. So just a couple of things. I have Boris post up here, right? I couldn't believe he. Oh, notification. All right, welcome. He commented on the PS5 pricing here, and I thought, whoa, okay, even he's talking about it now. Who knows? Let's see what's going to happen here. And then I don't know if people responded to anything like that. It's not huge news, right? But with not much else going on, I'm tracking this stuff because. Talk about the narrative. We talk about the importance of the narrative, and then people start seeing stuff through rose-colored glasses. See, Burry's involved, blah, blah. I'm saying the same stuff over. I meander. Beware. I meander. I go on and on. We'll talk about GameStop 3 weeks straight if we want. But then Burry's talking about it, and then all those other things. I checked that tweet. I keep on bringing up that tweet of everything going on. In fact, let me do it right now. I had a lot of fun. We're having some fun today, right? That's fun stuff. Just trying to have a laugh about some of this stuff. But let me just scroll down. I keep on bringing this up because I keep on referencing. Oh, the volume too. I know Daly had mentioned the volume. I was thinking about that too. Oh, I should have had this up. My bad. Where was it? Oh, right here. This. So look at all this stuff. This is gonna. People are gonna be picking this up. Keep an eye out for like technical analysts checking out this stuff. I know some people on the stream said they were looking at like the gap ups and stuff. And they check out the 52-week high list. It's going to hit that list again this week. Then they'll check out the chart. They'll see it's bullish. If they haven't seen the Ryan Cohen news, they'll see it. That's why I keep sharing that video too, because I worry some people might just see the chart or take a quick take and think physical disc, and they may not know the full story. There's a lot more to it than just the chart or just the physical disc. There's a lot of, or maybe they might not know about Ryan Cohen and stuff. So that's why I keep sharing this stuff. But this is even more relevant today than it was back then, strong relative performance. I know a lot was up today. We'll get to that. We'll see what else was up. But then now the borrow rate's increasing. Like, if you're a short, we don't exactly know what that short interest did today. Did it rise? Like, I mean, we see this rate rising, but like, can you imagine if shorts are rising right now? There's a key. It could be that they're rising right now. And what is going through your mind? What's going through your mind? That's why I keep saying beep beep boop 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 boop. Hey, this was a roaring kitty attacking the robot. I never really thought about that. But like, you got to be some robot who doesn't have emotions, because I can't imagine a human on the other side of this being like, "Yep, this is a good idea. Let's keep adding to our position as this chart breaks out." I think, what the hell? What are you doing? So maybe they're closed, and I really don't know. We'll get updated figures in a couple of weeks, but yeah, we'll have to see. And then, but you saw the Nintendo thing too. I saw. Let me scroll up. That Nintendo thing was kind of big, huh? And some people. So check this. Yeah, Ty Kim, he posted about it. He's been posting some great stuff on GameStop, in gaming generally. So I follow him, and then he talked about this. But check this. Therefore, we do not expect the increased digital sales seen in the first quarter of the fiscal year to continue. What? It's not huge, gigantic, game-changing news. It's not. No one's saying that. We all know that here. It's news that's a little bit bullish for GameStop. And when people, boom, put on those rose-colored glasses, they're going to start picking up on all this stuff. And who knows what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. Today's action doesn't guarantee any subsequent action, of course. Historical performance, blah, blah, blah. Nothing here is recommendations, blah, blah, blah. Just grabbing a beer, talking stocks. But I'd say this is bullish. That's all I'd say. If you lean, it's hard to make 1 day predictions or anything like that, but this is undeniably bullish. And if you don't think this is bullish, please share it in the chat. We've been looking for bears. There was that one bearish article in Seeking Alpha, but wasn't especially compelling. And yeah, I don't know. So welcome everybody. Let me see. Oh, so many comments. Oh, who do we got here? Steve Stonks. Let's go, Steve. Cheers, Hugo. Cheers. Hello, Henry. Welcome. You got a drink with the new folks. Makeshift player. Hi. Has the short squeeze started? That's a good question. Has it started? I don't know. It felt a little bit squeeze-alicious today. It felt a little bit squeeze-alicious. You start seeing, who was it that mentioned the volatility? They were a little bit concerned about the volatility here. You start seeing, this is the weekly, but if we back out, you start seeing this this volatility, boom, boom, boom. I interpret that as bullish. It's like people trying to adjust their models they're like, what's going on here? And you see that at inflection points where people are trying to adjust their models and it takes off and stuff, or goes down. So you see volatility at those inflection points, and I view this as bullish. But for the first time today, I might say it's. I keep on saying it's not my base case. It's what I say. I don't know that it's my base case, but the odds of a squeeze have gone up today. They've gone up. This, if you're watching the price action too, and you're seeing how it's moving, like we're not day traders here, right? We're not watching the minute charts. Although I do check. Oh, I didn't look at the intraday chart. Let's check this out. So got overbought a bit in this boom, boom, boom. Okay, so see how it never fell below 50 on the RSI? That's like people, they're excited about this. But this is big too because it like retested the previous, it didn't really retest anything. Not really, it didn't come all the way back. But boy, it took out those highs pre-earnings. It's digested all the information. And so, whew. But so I might say if there is an ultimate squeeze, I'd say today is like the real... All right, I think this may have been day one. This could have been day one. It was that big of a move. What the hell was it? 22%? It broke 9. It broke 9. It made it. There you go, 904. What was it up at peak? 25%? 30%? I don't even know. But that's a big move. And yeah, we'll look back. We'll probably say this maybe. It's still not assured or anything like that. Yes, it's a high short interest, but you can have high short interest for extended periods of time. But my thinking is this is going to get people's attention. It's going to go on people's radars. Now we're getting real close. I know Steven had mentioned too, once those pre-orders hit later in September, that'll get people talking about it. I made a note of that because I'm like, let's just check out the action up till that date. But damn, this headband riding up with me, huh? I keep on trying all these different headbands. I should just go with the hat. Just stick with the hat. Okay, what do we got? Hugo, yeah, short squeeze. Hugo thinks the short squeeze has begun. Soren, welcome Soren. He doesn't think it has. Musical felony. I already know everyone's having a good day, so why bother asking? I don't think the squeeze has happened. Well, we're all over the place here. Musical doesn't think it has. Interesting. Hugo, did anyone see the short interest for GME now? Yeah, they only really officially report it to Finner every 2 weeks. Everything else is like they're speculating as to what short interest is based on the short volume and stuff. I don't weigh that too heavily, but it's just something I might take a peek at, but I don't know. KZ, let's go! Welcome. Henry, PS5 disc and digital version, just $100 difference. I saw that pretty close in price there, so we'll see what happens there. I know, what did Barry say again, by the way? What was he saying? Well, you want the disc version since Blu-ray with 4K, etc. is the bridge to home audio-visual entertainment. Well, that's the thinking, right? Is that a lot of people are going to lean toward that disc version, and they're willing to pay a little bit extra for those extra specs, or what some people consider traditional specs these days. But what else we got? Okay, Henry, they definitely will just grab the CD version. I think a good chunk. Although I did see that there were some polls out there, some quick polls people tossed out on Twitter. I think Ty Kim actually posted some or retweeted some or something. I saw them. Some people were leaning toward. Some people were still going digital, but that's not the point. That's just a marginal thing. Let's see. Makeshift player, Steve Stunk. I feel bad for Roaring Kitty having to scroll through this chat. It's likely to grow massively since GME's latest move. That's sick, right? Cheers. That's sick. I mean, we love these chats. It leads to good conversation, good back and forth here. Look at those old streams. It's like 0 people, 1 person. It was Dale on there, which not much happening. But so this is exciting, right? And so for anyone who doesn't know, we do analyze other stocks here besides GameStop, but it's the stock of the month. It's an oversized position in the Roaring Kitty portfolio. There's a lot happening. People are interested in it, myself included. There's a lot to talk about, so we've been focused on that. Henry, I would think so too. Makeshift player. Bawani, cheers. Welcome. Henry, cheers, mate. Oh, I'm catching up. My apologies. Steven Ozzy. Roaring Kitty, get the cigar boy. Oh, yeah, cheers. People, no one likes the cigar butts. No one likes those cigar butts until they start working out. Then maybe some people might hop on the bandwagon. No, I'm kidding. I'm right. my style of investing isn't necessarily suitable for a lot of people. Hopefully all of you already know that, right? My style is aggressive. This cigar butt investing isn't for everybody. It's perfectly fine that those aren't for you. Like that's the end of the discussion. It's not for me. There's a lot of volatility, a lot of risk, and so forth. But when those cigar butts start working out, you gotta yeah. Oh, that video where I don't know if anyone saw that deeper dive GME video, but when it made me cough, that was a real cough. That was my first take. Apparently I inhaled a bunch of the shit in there. I didn't even realize. Oh, so embarrassing. Henry, nice headband. Oh, thank you, Henry. Yeah, just testing out some different stuff. Now the hair's getting longer. You got to contain it, right? I did this once in the past. It's kind of riding up on me though. Got a whole bunch. Looking cool. Thanks, Henry. Steven just opened a Asahi beer in solidarity, brother. Thank you, Steven. Cheers to everybody. Welcome. Sick. Harsh, what's up, Harsh? What's up? GameStop PR came in taking pre-orders for PS5 now. Oh, did they? Oh, are they taking the pre-orders for PS5? Oh, I missed that. Thanks, Harsh. I didn't realize that. Makeshift. Why is Barry's name Cassandra on Twitter? Oh, that's oh, geez, I should know this. Is it a Greek? Is it a Greek? Cassandra? Rome? I think. Look up Cassandra. Do Cassandra Wiki. You'll see what Cassandra is. Harsh Patel, hold that cigar. Let's go, Roaring Kitty, roar. Thanks, Henry. Thanks, William. Cheers. Popping on Oktoberfest. Nice. William did say he was going to bring his Oktoberfest next time, so welcome back. Steven, PS5 buzz is huge after their showcase price reveal tonight. Sick. Thank you, Steven. Gaming is going to smash it this Xmas. Might be its biggest holiday season ever. That's what a lot of us have been thinking, right? I mean, you never know until you actually get there, but doesn't this seem like there's quite a bit of fervor building up here? And it's been a long time since we had, Xboxes and PlayStations, a new version of it. And this, from what I've gathered, it seems like it's a bit more, of a robust upgrade for folks as opposed to the last one. I remember the Xbox 360 was big, Xbox One less so. This one seems like it's bigger. I'm just trying to read the vibes out there, vibe check, just a vibe check. But it does seem like this is going to be a big. And you see it, I mentioned in that video, this isn't a zero-sum game. This benefits everybody. And I personally think, and I think a lot of people on the stream would agree, that GameStop is one of the purest gaming plays out there. I mean, that they're going to be the biggest year-over-year beneficiary of this console cycle, right? On a sheer free cash flow figure, if you assume that, right? That doesn't mean they're going to be the biggest benefit. I'm not saying that, but I mean the biggest year-over-year beneficiary. Pure play gaming, they thrive in newness, as the management says, in a new environment. There's more foot traffic in their stores. They have high like accessory rates that they'll sell the accessories along with the consoles, along with its games. There's a shit ton of games coming out. I think I counted like 40 plus with this consoles. And then it looked like it looked like it's a rumor that PlayStation was going to curtail production a little bit or trim it a little bit. That looked like it was just a Bloomberg rumor, not official. I posted on Twitter. It was just marginal impact anyway. If you're a longer term investor in GameStop, it's no big deal because if there were fewer consoles sold, it might just take an extra quarter to generate that free cash flow. No big deal. But then it looks like that was a rumor. I don't even think I posted that. I'm sure Ty Kim posted it. He's been posting all that stuff. Who else we got? Okay, but thanks for sharing, Steven. I know some of the folks on the stream they got their finger on the pulse a little bit better than me, so I always appreciate that feedback. Thank you. Steve, this is super greedy, but there's a gap fill that's unfilled between 44 to 40 that formed November 2015. 44 market cap makes GME 2.86 billion. So, Steve, you were the one who was focused on the gaps, right? Steve's all about those gaps. He was checking out the gap. This gap right here is which gap? Oh, he was checking out this gap before, but now he's backing up. He's like, whoa, this might come quicker. This may come quicker than I was appreciated, right? So you just back out. Oh yeah, we gotta adjust for dividends. You don't have to, but I do. I adjust for I don't want. Oh, what's going on here? Come on. Let's just see let's see this gap. What's you say 44 to 40? Now, one thing to remember, I'm sure everyone here knows, especially if you've been on the stream before. There are 1/3 less shares there today. I know Steve is calculating the right thing. He's been using the right share count of about 65. But there's 1/3 fewer shares. They bought back a shit ton of shares. You know what I mean? Excuse me. Is there half the number of shares that there were back then? Oh, geez, I forget. I think there might be half. I think it's a 50% smaller share count. Oh, do I have it up? I might have it up. Oh, I do. What was the share count back in 2013? Oh, it's half of what it was in 2012. What'd you say? He said 2015. Okay. So look at this. They had 130 million shares outstanding. Now there's only 65. Plus they have 100 million authorization outstanding. We don't think it's the base case that they buy back, but holy shit, imagine now the price is getting up. You know what I mean? That was why we were hoping the buybacks happen sooner. But if they get down to 50 million shares, even though it's just something to consider, especially if you're short. Oh, if you're short, what are you doing? Beep, beep, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Right? Every time I think about the shorts and I think about like a human being. I keep saying this, but it legit goes through my mind because I check the short interest and the short rate, and I'm like, what's going through their head on the other side? And it's just like, oh, this is probably going to be okay. This is probably going to be okay. I'm like, you got to be nervous. They can be hedged, right? They can be hedged. They can have stop losses, et cetera, which they likely are. Shorts tend to be more sophisticated, right? But I see this. It's not the short thesis itself. We keep on saying there's a legitimate short thesis against GameStop. Ryan Cohen taking a stake and the relatively strong balance sheet doesn't change that. But 100%, 120% short interest, is that what it is? It's 118. I know, I keep on looking this up. Look, it's what is it? 119%. 190%. There's a short thesis there. 120%. You 120% confident that Barry's crazy, Cohen's crazy, Rory Kitty's crazy. That we're crazy. Oh. Anyway, sorry. Every time I think, okay, so you think that's an interesting gap fill. Once you start going that far back, though, so much has changed. But I don't know. Everything's an experiment, right, Steve? Let's see. You imagine if it runs to 40 to 45 in a true short squeeze, like if they ran out of shares. You run out of shares and people are trying to close. Look at VW Porsche. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but if there's one stock in the market that could result in that type of an outcome, it's GameStop. It's GameStop. And if suddenly there were just no shares and everyone needed to close. Excuse me, the beer's getting to me, right? For whatever reason, who cares? Doesn't matter the reason. But if suddenly they need to get to it, you could see this price go. We were speculating last time. Who was it? Fox? Fox said 10,000. It could go to 10,000, 1,000. And that's a very highly unlikely outcome. But there's no real cap to that upside. But that's a very unlikely outcome. So nevertheless, but 40 to 40 is, the 2.9 billion, Steve is saying, if it got back to 40, that ain't shit. It was a $6 billion market cap back in the day. Now, you might say, yeah, GameStop's business is shrinking and all that. That's a fair point. But you need to consider if they reinvent themselves. You don't even have to say that it's likely. Maybe you say it's a 20% chance, a 30% chance now that Cohen's part of the team. Not part of the team. Excuse me. He's a big chunk of the investor base now, close to 10%. So they may be tapping his expertise. I have no idea. We need to wait to see what's going to happen there. But if they did successfully reinvent themselves and they somehow found a way to grow alongside the gaming industry, that's why I include this in the video. You need to entertain that idea. You don't need to say it's likely or probable or anything like that, but you need to submit the possibility. If you don't, I think that's questionable analysis. But give me a 5% chance or a 10% chance. In that 10% chance, it's really not crazy to think they get to 40 to 50 or even $100 looking out 5 years, right? Forget the short squeeze angle. A lot of people are focused on the short squeeze angle. We talk about it a lot on the stream because, again, if it were to happen to a stock, it's GameStop. That's the stock. There's no other stock that's really in this type of setup, and that's why it's always concerned me. I've mentioned this many times on the stream. Like I tend to shy away, as many folks do, especially value investors, from the stocks that are very heavily shorted, right? Because there's something clearly broken with the company. But this was a tweet too, when I juxtapose my bullishness, when I analyze the figures and I try to assign probabilities to what the outcome is, and I think, what the hell? Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not 120% wrong. That's bananas. That's bonkers. And then I think if it is a mess up, if they are screwing up, if the shorts are screwing up, then boom, 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 boom. It doesn't even need to be my base case, but I'm thinking if it does happen. And today I thought, oh wow, could this... Let's see the follow through tomorrow. Let's see the follow through by Friday. Those weekend prices are important to me, and I think to other technical analysts as well. But look at this. I think, and this is a little bit of a very small little bit of resistance, but I've been thinking in my head the next level's 10 to 12. I'm not saying it happens this week or even next week. Admittedly, that we bounced back strong. This bounced back strong after earnings. It was such a clean retest. Remember we were saying if that happens, how clean, everything's an experiment. Technical analysis isn't like super high conviction analysis. But if it breaks out, which it did the week before on the Cohen news, and then it retests because they didn't get the gangbusters news that they wanted, and even some of the longs sold out, and then it breaks again, oh, that's super bullish. I think that's super bullish. And now it's happening. And I think maybe people panicked a little bit today. That's why you got this shit. Oh, it's up. There you go. It's up. After hours, right? No, who cares about after hours? Doesn't matter. Oh, do we have after hours? We'll check it later. Let's see what it ends up at 8 o'clock. Okay, what do we got? All right. Cheers, Ming. Welcome. Cheers. William, I have my sell target at a conservative $54. Makeshift player. Maybe you should reach out to him. Who? Oh, I'm so late. I got to catch up. I don't know who you talk about makeshift, but if you talk about Barry, I already did. Is he here? Imagine if he's talking in the chat right and imagine Burry's talking in the chat and I don't know because I'm just rambling. He's like, "This guy just talk? You just talk the whole damn time? Does he ever read my comments?" I apologize, Burry. I'll get to your comments. Let me keep scrolling. All right, let me see. All right, Mr. Chartist, welcome. More shorts piled in today. They're doubling down and going to get buried. I don't know if that's, I can't confirm that, so I'm not sure. But I'll tell you, if they did, I'm going to need more sweatbands. I'm going to need more sweatbands for this because you can't, I don't understand how this rising price makes it a strong, I mean, if you're super certain of the outcome and you know 0 is like the definite outcome. But this is the thing. I mean, is GameStop's not a 0 in 6 months, in 12 months. That's not happening. That's what I mean. Like, and I believe there's a lot of downside support, like a tremendous amount of support, right? That's why I harp on that in the videos. Like, just look at what you're shorting into. Even if in theory you were right and GameStop failed to reinvent themselves, looking on 5 years, 10 years, can you imagine what's going to happen? What could happen in the interim? And maybe they're all hedged and everything like that, but this almost looks like an invert. You know how when value investors mess up? Like in value investors, they'll buy a stock, right? And you always, one of the first things you learn, average down. You're going to average all the way down. But then as your style matures, as mine did, maybe you start to think, maybe I was wrong about this, right? And maybe you have a stop loss or whatever it is. Sometimes it can make sense to just sell the position. You reassess and be like, you know what, maybe I screwed up here. I'm thinking maybe the shorts are suffering like the inverse of what value investors suffer from, where they think this price doesn't make any sense. Look at this short interest, and I know I keep on saying that Barry mentioned those accounting metrics. Like, are they really messing up their analysis of GameStop's balance sheet? Based on, and I remember last time we saw in the spreadsheet, I have it marked as safe. Check this out. We got to do this kitty once. We got to do it once per stream, right? We got to do that once per stream. I can't explain what this safe means now, but I'm just telling you, my style of investing, rarely am I dealing in a stock that's classified as safe based on this random subjective formula here. I don't even remember what it is. But like, have the algorithms messed up by factoring in those leases and think it's much more leverage than it actually is? I think, and then they're averaging up or averaging down. You know what I mean? And I think, I think they might be on the wrong side of this. And if they are, it's going to be to try to get out of it. But so I don't know if they actually did. I don't have that real-time data. And the data that I have seen, I can't confirm it, so it's hard to fully trust it. Makeshift player, I wouldn't mind listening to an interview between you two. Oh yeah, Bari. So Bari, let's set this up. Have your people call my people. We will set this up because I feel like we could have a fun time. You know what I mean? Does Bari drink? We could have a sit down with a beer. We'll have a sit doung. I'm watching Sopranos too, right? Like you about to say that. We'll have a sit down. Hey Bari, you and me, we'll have a sit down. Let's just talk stocks. Okay. Ming, GameStop sent a press release that you can order PS5 now, but it doesn't work. Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't get that. Did I get I didn't get it yet. Okay. I'll look into that. Sick. Okay, so it's already starting. You can pre-order? Sick. Okay, so that's hyping things up a bit, right? And then the Sony thing, I heard it was looking sick, the Sony stuff, so that's awesome. Again, it's just because it's about that narrative, it'll get people talking, and this helps feed the narrative. Even though I don't think much has changed, I don't think much will change, but you get closer to the passage of time, we say, and everything just piles up. Ming, because it doesn't work. Everyone wants to pre-order. You got to be quick with the pre-orders, right? Because you need to get them. I want to interview Kitty so damn bad. Thanks, William. Super Saucy, 91860 go. Welcome, Super Saucy. Welcome. Long GME, shit's going to the moon. Okay, he's bullish. William Sopranos. Yep, I know William has the Sopranos. We're now Kitty family. Harsh, GameStop trending on Twitter. Oh, is it trending on Twitter? There we go. Some more news. Let's see. Do I have the... Where's all? I forget how to check that stuff. Do I don't check the? I think I have a thing that I need to change that. Can I check that? No, I have some extension here that kind of has those blocked out. Damn. If it's trending, that's sick. The last time it was trending was when Reggie joined, and I was like, whoa, GameStop's trending, and then it was feeling a little bit bullish back then, right? Because things were kind of heating up. Well, it wasn't immediate because it was March and a lot of stuff was happening, but then in April. And I'm like, whoa, GameStop's trending. That could be good news. And people love Reggie, right? So I thought maybe. So thank you for sharing that. I didn't realize it's trending. I got to check on my phone. Stan, Q. Welcome, Stan. Welcome. Steve. Okay. Thank you, Steve. Steve's always reminding me about that volume. Sick. Let's check that. What did we get today? 19 million. 19 million on today's trading. Follow the volume, people. Yeah. He's been saying that. Check this out. Look at this look at this volume, huh? Look at this. What we say is not all the technical analysts look at the volume, but many do, and it can substantiate a move. It can substantiate a move to the upside. It can substantiate a move to the downside. And I mean, that's just, you see a stock up 20% plus on how many shares? 19. And look at just look at the numbers. Look at these numbers right here, right? Oh, can you see those? Look at these numbers, right? From since Cohen. So you're seeing a shit ton of shares, right? As it turns out, there's been no updated filings, and we don't know if they bought back shares necessarily, but I think it was a blackout period, so it's unlikely. If they have a 10b5-1, we always say it's possible they did, but we don't know that. We lean toward they probably didn't, but they could have. There's been tremendous volume for someone to be adding, but there's been no filings yet. And but if you go back to here's August, there wasn't much happening. There was that one big up day, which we think maybe was Cohen, and then you go back to July, there wasn't shit happening. There was nothing, and the price went below 4. I was like, what? If there were more bearish news, I would have started to think maybe I'm on the wrong side of this. I would have thought, am I? But there was nothing. It was nothing. I think people are just getting tired. Just getting tired of the story. But this was heading down on very minimal volume, and the inverse of what Steve is saying, that this is bullish. I took this to be, this is a buying opportunity. So I was adding in July, and now look. So yeah, thanks for the reminder on that, Steve. I did mean to check that, but 19 million shares. It's conceivable too. Oh, and you remember last year? We pointed this out of the stream. Remember last year? Where is this? This was, we're more than a year out. Oh, this is crazy, huh? Let me do 1.5 years. Check this. So last year, if you remember, there was the run-up right before they announced, can you see, where the hell am I? There was a run-up. Barry sent his letter, and then it ran up for a couple weeks, and then it sold off, as GameStop always does. That's why if you're gonna go into the earnings release and you're of age and you drink, not everyone does, but if you do, you should just read that earnings release and see the after-hour price action with the beer. That's how to do it. That's how you got to do it. Anyways, it sold off that night, and then I think they had a couple of days of blackout period, and then the following week, boom, 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 boom. And as it turned out, a lot of the volume was them buying back shares. And so you can look up the 10Q, and you don't have the exact dates, the precise dates, but based on what their weighted average cost was in September, it makes it abundantly clear that they were buying back those shares almost immediately after the earnings release, like right here, because their weighted average cost was a sub $5. And the only way to have done that was to start right after, you know what I mean? So, and then the price was rising. It was at least partially attributed to those buybacks, at least partially. And then it kind of faded, which for anyone who's been long this whole time kind of sucked, right? I mean, then a lot of shit happened, right? No big deal. Like, I mean, this was what a crazy year 2020 has been. No big deal. Who even knows what GameStop would be doing? What the price would be doing, what the business would look like if not for this. It could be better, it could be worse. Maybe this is accelerates a little fire under their ass to improve their omni-channel experience. They say that. Maybe it's true. I don't know. And maybe gaming is thriving now and it's helped them. It's really I tried to assess whether they would have been in a better situation otherwise. It's really hard to tell. I'm not sure. But regardless, who cares? So it doesn't matter right now. But the only point I was trying to get at is it was like the same thing. You had that immediate sell-off, boom, and then boom, 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 and now it's at a new high. And how long did it take to get that new relative high? It took 2 weeks. This took 1 week. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, it was a week ago. Oh, we streamed a week ago when we were reading that earnings release. We should go. I mean, right? Although we have. Who was it? Someone. I forgot. Who was it? We watched some videos together during the stream. We were just watching those Ryan Cohen videos. We were researching Ryan Cohen, and we came across his website here. This is sick. And then we were just watching these videos because I didn't know anything about him, and so you check out these videos, and I'm like, holy shit, this is a good fit for GameStop. So anyway, what I was going to say is we could watch I'd be curious about that stream last week because remember, we didn't think it was all that bad. We thought it was a pretty good quarter. So it's interesting to watch the price action. It's educational, you know what I mean? That's what we're trying to do in this channel, education. So let's see. That volume is so hefty. Who knows? They could have been buying. They could have been. I don't think so. I still lean toward I don't think so, but so someone could be taking a position. Now it's important to watch the filings too. Let's see. If you were short, you are dead. Super. Yeah, maybe. 5 more million shorts today. Yeah, I don't. Okay, Mr. Chartist. 5 million more shorts today. I think that's an estimate. They're trying to estimate how many more shorts today, but I think it's a difficult calculation. Super saucy. Oh no. Sometimes I'll be scrolling right, and then it automatically jumps to the bottom. Damn, I should switch my damn headbands. Keeps on. Okay, let me get this. Oh, Mom, get me a casket, a shorts mine. Super saucy. That's a Henry. What is the target price at end of week? We don't do target prices, right? We leave that to the analysts. Remember, GameStop had 2 upgrades today. Let's not forget about that. We talked about it in the last stream. There's no real target. That's a real difficult game to play. as to like a daily target or a weekly target. Hell, I don't even have a target for GameStop right now. I have no idea. A focus of mine, if you're a value investor, if you're a value investor in particular, focus on the downside. Seek out the asymmetric upside. You know what I mean? And just ensure what that downside is. And I say in one of my videos what I felt it was. And then the upside will just take care of itself. And then once it gets close to fair value, but if the chart's still looking good, you can let it ride. You kind of just you gotta see how the fundamental events unfold. See how the chart unfolds. Feel the price action. It's a little bit intuitive over time, but you have a rough estimate of what valuation might be. But hell, my valuation has changed because of the addition of Ryan Cohen. I didn't even factor that into my videos because I didn't even know who he was. I don't know who he was. But as I said, it has increased the chances of that major transformation, even if it still isn't likely. But now I'm like, shit, I need to raise my upside projection. So all I would say is that my target, my target, I don't have a target. I have like a rough valuation. It's like a little bit higher now because of that. But so if you have price targets, that's more for like short-term day traders type stuff. But if I can't do end of week stuff. I can do like what's the next level up. I'd say 10 to 12. I feel like a 10 to 12 might be the next natural stop, but that's just based on the chart, and that's marginal analysis. Okay. What is the target price? Okay, William Vest. This man is as undervalued as GME stock, like the video, and ask him to do a bear stream with William Kitty Bro. Thank you, William. Thanks. I appreciate it. Super saucy. Buy calls. He's saying buy calls. These aren't recommendations. We're just shooting the shit. Talking stocks. Grabbing a beer. Talking stocks. Okay, the market goes down 1% and GM up. GME. Wait, the market wasn't down. Was the market down today? Did I miss that? Oh, we should check the dashboard. Oh my God, I missed that. Oh, what happened today? I didn't even look at the dashboard yet. Oh, see, I saw a lot of like the value stuff was, I saw the Roaring Kitty portfolio. Oh, see all the green. There's the green in the Roaring Kitty portfolio. Let me move over to the dash here. Oh, not much. Okay, so it wasn't a crazy day, but still, good point. Gee, I didn't even pick up on that. The market was down. The S&P 500. S&P 500. Notice Russell was up a percent. Whoa, there's a little bit of the tailwind. I didn't even notice that. So maybe it wasn't just value. It was just so. These are a little bit interchangeable. Value, Russell 2000, small cap. It's those types of things, like kind of international emerging markets. They're all kind of like hard assets, commodities. They kind of all, in my opinion, they all kind of move together. So interesting. Oh, thanks for that. So that's even more bullish. We noticed that with GameStop a couple weeks ago when GameStop was moving up. That was another thing that I mentioned in that tweet, that GameStop relatively was crushing it. You know what I mean? It was up and the market was getting hit a couple weeks back, and that looks good. That looks good to like technical analysts in particular because that relativity, not reflexivity, but the relativity, GameStop's performing even extra better. Okay, what else we got? The market goes down. Yeah, I missed that. Super. Steven, cheers. Oh, kitty robot. Hey, Steven Hussey. He's got a kitty and a robot there. Sick use of the emojis there. Nice. All right. Beep, beep, boop. Oh, yeah, it's like we're battling the robots. Oh, I'm kind of embarrassed. I didn't think about this, huh? I mean, I knew the Roaring Kitty, right? And I just thought it looked cool. But yeah, it's like the Roaring Kitty group, the Roaring Kitty team. Here we are battling the robots that we're having a fun time with. We have no idea who's on the other side. We just think beep, 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 boop, beep, 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 boop. Okay. Oh, yeah. Who was it? Trey was the one who's suggesting, if you've seen like the gaming live streams, like I gotta get one of those boards to press buttons. I guess Kramer, like we said, Kramer does it too. And press the button and we'll make all these funny noises. I gotta look into that. If GameStop, if this keeps on working out, we'll see. Let's start looking into it. Okay. There were some 100K plus buys today. Makeshift player. I don't look too much into that stuff, but still, I'm curious about that stuff. Everything's a test, right? I'm always trying to test that stuff too. Okay, Roaring Kitty baby, we are surviving sell-offs. It's not if, it's when. Yeah, so that sell-off wasn't too concerning, I thought, last week, just because it's the fundamentals that really drive the value. But that's why it's tough. That's why day trading and like the short-term moves and stuff, that's tough. It's a tough style that, I mean, it's not for me. Maybe other people do it and they do it successfully. I say this in my videos when I talk about my investment style. Like, what the hell do I know? I don't know. There could be plenty of styles out there that I don't know. A lot of stuff that I come across doesn't seem so sustainable or seems really, really difficult. But then I think, yeah, like imagine being a day trader. How the hell do you deal with this? This is really tough. But us, well, not us. I don't know how everyone's style is, but like we just watch it, be like, all right, let's just keep an eye on it, see what happens. And here we are, literally a week later, and it's making new highs. That's super tough. Oh, I don't know how people do it. Ryan Cohen, the Bay, is here. Is Ryan Cohen here? Oh, Ryan. Hey, I should have extended the invite to Ryan Cohen. I don't think he has a Twitter. He has a Twitter that we posted. We posted it after the stream. I think I posted to Ryan Coden's Twitter after we finished researching him, but he didn't respond. I don't think he manages that account. It looked like it was like it looked like his website where someone kind of manages it. But Ryan Cohen, if that's you, if you saw it, you're invited to this stream too. Of course, Ryan, you're invited. Henry, 22% today. William thinks today was day one as well. Makeshift player. I think we broke a few resistances today, and yeah, peak was about 25%ish. I think so too. This is a pretty. It's not just look this. It's like this. The combination of these 3 weeks. I talk about you like a powerful move, right? Like an undeniable, a clean break. That's what I'll always say. A clean break. This was fairly clean, but it was only 1 week. Now a retest, and then an extra week and a new all-time high. This is developing into a clean, robust break that the fine resistances I'm not really too concerned about. It's just the move itself. And as Steve's been saying, on volume. You know what I mean? Like, boom, boom, going straight through it, not messing around. And it feels like we're getting it right here, even though we're not. This is the thing. Forget the short squeeze. I mean, we're all talking about the short squeeze. Forget the squeeze. You know what I mean? Like, this is how a lot of value stocks play out. Is that nothing happens. Nothing happens, and people like throw in the towel, and then it happens. You don't even need the squeeze because it takes people time to come around to it takes the market time to digest stuff. And then what happened this year with the pandemic and what the market did, no one wanted to deal with who wants GameStop's risks on their books. Who wants that? And everyone knew they had months until the consoles would come out, which would likely be a sentiment change. So everyone, who cares? And then it gets closer, and then enough news is unfolding, and then they start to appreciate the value. Value investors know this. This is like, that's why the squeeze is, and a lot of people say this, people on the stream have said this too, it's just fuel to the fire to accelerate things and get things kicked off. But value wins out. Value wins out, not every single time. It's not a surefire, blah, blah, blah. You know that. But generally, this is why I, at my core, I'm a value. Look at all. Oh, keep on saying I'm a value investor. Look at these charts. How much time do we spend looking at charts? I just find them so useful for tracking shit. That's all. But value wins out. It does. And even if there's no a crazy catalyst or crazy short squeeze, it's just people come around to it. So I'm rambling. I don't even remember how I came. Oh, the support and the resistance and stuff. So that's all. I look at it. We look at it, right? But it's marginal. It's just. It seems increasingly clear. People are coming around to the narrative that has been clear to many of us for a long ass time. This is how we get. It's how we survive this thesis. Is conviction, and I can only get that. I say that many times. I can only get that conviction with fundamental analysis, right? But now that I feel like the technicals are relevant too, because if people don't care about the fundamentals, what are those people doing? And because of the short squeeze angle, even though that's blah 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 blah. Okay, William, strong support. Yeah, so this is we're getting that retest that builds the level of support too. So it kind of strengthens that downside on the technical side of things. When I talk about downside protection, I'm generally talking about the fundamental downside, the strength of the balance sheet. My estimated free cash flow is looking out 12 to 18 months. They are sizable. That's why the bears. I'm always confused. They have like super crazy bearish expectations about the fundamentals, about like how the company's going to perform at the start of the console refresh, but also of management. I say that in one of the videos, managerial impotence, where they can't right the ship. You know what I mean? You're betting on the secular risks, of course, but also that the management team is like, they don't understand what they're up against, and they're not doing the right things. But, okay, oh, did you see the review of the app? Oh, let's get down. Oh, another notification. Cheers, everybody. The review of the app. Where was that? That was sick, huh? Look at this. CVC Research. That was sick. There was from Jeffries. They were talking about they tested out the app. I don't know if it's open to everybody. I'm not sure. So but they tested the beta version. They said it's sick. I thought, whoa. That's why I made that. What did I do? Quote tweeted it or tweet quote tweet. Thank you. How old am I? Right? I got to know this stuff. Come on. And I'm like, this is sick because we talked about the idea of an app. If you got a sick app going into the console refresh, that's like they need to have all this stuff ready to go for November because they can't mess it up. It's got to be slick. It's got to be awesome. It's got to be cool. People like to need to enjoy using it. And so we heard about the app, and we heard about the same-day delivery and the different payment options that they're going to have too. They're going to be affiliated with Xbox All Access and stuff. And then I'm like, dude, what if that app said? Because we said too, like when you have, isn't it fun when you have a really nice app and it's like just sick to use? Because then I'm like, oh, I want to order a couple more things. This is sick. So if GameStop can pull that off, that'd be nice. And here we go. It was just a week later. It appears as though they tested it. But this seemed like a really bullish take, didn't it? and it's from Jeffries. I mean, it's from an analyst team, and we know what we think about their targets sometimes or their questions and stuff, but a review is a review, and all else equal, this is good news. This could have been bad. They could have said, this app sucks. This app sucks. GameStop, they're trying. They're just not going to pull it off. They could have said that. They didn't. And this is marginally bullish, especially because, and that's why I quoted it. That's why I included these pillars again, right? So when people are like questioning the management, and you're saying like the management team, like they're not aware of the risks, or they're not doing the right stuff, like they're doing this stuff. They're doing it. And they're focusing on these aspects of their GameStop reboot plan first. That's important, right? Because they can't mess up the console refresh. That's the opportunity to re-engage with the guests, with the customers, to see what they're interested in, and kind of transform over time. But it needs to go pretty smooth at the console. They don't want people going to their competitors or not enjoying the GameStop experience. So this is them. They're gearing up, and it looks like they're going to do it just in the nick of time. I mean, an app, most people will say, myself included, it's like it's 2020. Like, you should have an app, right? They already do have an app, but they're trying to have a kick-ass app, right? And they're going to get it done just in the nick of time. If they can do the pre-orders and stuff through that, that's sick. That's dope. And looks like they're going to pull it off. And all this other stuff, too, like right-sizing the costs. Like, I feel like the Bears, they're focusing on the secular risks, right? But when you look at this stuff, like it's a new management team. They're kicking ass at cutting costs and de-densifying the stores and a lot of this stuff. And you might think that this stuff isn't sexy, and that's why kind of it's sold off the earnings release partially, I think, because they didn't have a big, huge turnaround plan or announcement. But like this stuff matters because it ensures that they will remain relevant at least in the early years of this console cycle, but also continue to generate free cash flows. They got these costs down so low, and we looked at the cash flow statement too. You saw that the operating cash flow that they're generating. They're going to have better inventory turns, and this is going to improve the cash conversion cycle and just so many aspects. So I think I'm not betting on this, but they could have higher margins than they did. They could have higher margins than they did last. That's not a forecast. But if you look at what their simple free cash flow margin was back in the day, that's a simple free cash flow. That's just this. Just saying operating cash flow less capex. That's all I'm doing. And then you see what margins were during the early years. This is 3-year average, by the way. This I can go over to individual. I don't care. So those first 3 years, they were averaging about 6% simple free cash flow. In one of my videos, I talk about what if they just get 1%? If they just get 1% free cash flow margins, there appears to be a decent margin of safety. Not that it's a sure win or anything like that, but like that's all I'm looking for. I just want to make sure that they're not toast in 12 months. But can you imagine if they get 6%? Graphing calculators, everybody. Graphing calculators. Let's do this. What do you get? 0.06. I don't know what the revenue forecast is, right? Let's just say, I think I even say, what do I say? 6 billion? Divided by 65, or excuse me, divided by 65. What do you get? Are you serious? Oh shit! See what I mean? The share count. So if you got 6 billion in revenues at a 6% free cash flow margin, simple free cash flow margin, just a quick calculation. This isn't. We're not trying to build some robust discounted cash flow analysis, right? Just a quick gut check. You know what I mean? I get $5 per share. I get $5 per share in free cash flow, right? So maybe say 6%, that's crazy. But I don't feel as though 6 billion is all that crazy, but maybe you still say that. Maybe you say, hey, it's probably going to be closer to 5 billion, and it's only going to be 5% free cash flow margin. And then I still get almost $4 in free cash flow. And I keep on thinking, so this is why that cost stuff matters. It's not that sexy, but it's important for these early years because they need to make sure they get that free cash flow so that they have the opportunity to reinvent themselves. It's a big part of the thesis that I think a lot of the Bears are missing. It's like they just assign a 0% probability to it. Okay, what do we got? Mr. Charchus, this has been above 80% short interest for almost a year. The position is untenable. Well, that's the thing. So you say that, but to your point, I mean, isn't that it's been this high for this long? Why does it need to come down? Why does it need to cause a short squeeze this time? I would contest that this time is different because of a lot of the variables that I posted in that tweet. We're closer to the console cycle. I mean, you got the Cohen element too, which nobody priced in prior to this. They seem to be succeeding on those two pillars. It's like this time does feel different, but even still, you can have an elevated short interest as a percentage of the float for an extended period of time. We've already proven this. Look at this. You see it. It's already happened. So this doesn't mean that anything's imminent. Just something to bear in mind, especially if you're getting super excited about a short squeeze just because of this stuff. Oh, there's the fee. Oh, that was back in the day. It's 55% right now. Interesting. Okay. But that said, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, but I think I think people just will come to the realization that I think the robots, beep beep boop, will come to the realization that they may be messed up. Just like the value wins out, the shorts will just come to the realization that it's not so much that they're getting squeezed per se, but they just be like, and maybe I am wrong about that because the fundamentals continue to unfold positively, and the chart. I think some people might just be squeezed out. And I know that's what Mr. Chart just is getting at here. They're just going to be like margin called. They're just going to get squeezed out or just pulled out of it. You know what I mean? Their hand will be forced. Okay. William, getting ready for more. We're going to have a lot more headband money. Steven, one day we'll all call ourselves OG Kitty fans from back in the GameStop days. Yeah, cheers, Steven. All right, sick. I mean, there's going to be a handful of people here. I mean, this channel's new, right? But still, there's been a number of people who've been hanging out here for a couple weeks. So this is exciting, right? This is fun. We'll all look back and we'll all remember who those early people on the streams. That's a riot, right? This is great. Oh, that's terrific. It's funny how timely everything was, too. I mean, obviously, we're getting close to the console cycle, but that doesn't mean anything happened to happen quickly. And yet, here we are. So this is sick. OG Kitty fans. That's awesome. We should get, kitty, maybe there's a kitty shirts or something like that. That'd be sick. Okay, Hugo, wait. Is Cassandra in Twitter Barry for real? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him. I'm not, 100% sure, Hugo. But I'm pretty sure that's him, right? Notice his name is the username is Michael J. Barrett. I'm 95% sure that's him, but you can't be 100% sure with this shit, right? Junior, welcome, Junior. Cassandra was a daughter of Priam, the king of Troy. Apollo placed a curse, ensuring that nobody would believe her warnings. Thank you, Junior. I used to know that, but I forget off the top of my head. We got a lot going on here. I got a 2-year-old, so it's hard to remember this stuff. Thank you for sharing, though. That's right. Nobody would believe her warnings. That's right. He changed that earlier this year because he was talking about a lot of posts related to the COVID and stuff. Trey, did you see PS5 pre-orders may start tomorrow? Yeah, someone said that, Trey. Thank you. It sounds like it might start. I think was it Ming? Ming said that you might be able to do it on that GameStop app. He was just having some trouble with it. Or on the GameStop website, if not the app. He was just having trouble with it. Harsh, Trey, they already started at GameStop stores. Oh, people are lining up outside the stores? Are they? Ah, shit, sick. Oh, okay, so this is happening, huh? This is happening. Okay. Oh, we talked about the live stream. We got a live stream. If it's already happening, we're going to go hop in that live stream, start seeing what people think about GameStop? What are we at? What are we at after hours? 883? Ooh, right. It doesn't mean anything, but we during the stream, we got to check. Let us have a little bit of fun, will you? Okay, what do we got? Check the tweet I shared above. Oh yeah, what's up with that? I had a couple of questions. It doesn't seem like people can share links here, huh? Do I need to change a setting on that? Because Trey tried to share a link last time, but I don't see any links popping up here. Maybe that's a setting I got to do on my stream. My bad. Because I want people to share. We're doing research. We're doing research collectively here. I know some people will go look up something, and I'll say, hey, do you got a link? You can send it to me. And that's the thing. If we're doing having a good time here, but actually doing some research, that's the idea. Is you want to share your sources and stuff. Hey, check this out, check that out. So I don't see the links here. So maybe I got to change the setting. Makeshift Player Junior, thank you for that, bro. I'm on the berry boat with COVID. William Invests. Oh, I will say it for you. This VW 2.0 with higher return. Yeah, the VW, not a prediction, but it needs to be taken seriously, especially with Cohen up in his stake. And can you imagine other people up in their stake, or if they bought back the shares? Legit, it could be. Do I have it up? It legit could be 150%, 200%. It could be. If someone adds and they buy back the share, I'm not this. I keep on, but we talk about you need to entertain the possibilities of these types of things. Same thing here, that you could have just an extreme case, and if you do, you shouldn't rule out a VW type squeeze. I don't think GameStop would be the most valuable company in the world like VW was, but it could be tremendous upside, even if it's unlikely. 5% chance, whatever, it doesn't matter. Harsh, a lot of the tweets above massive lines outside of GameStop for PS5 pre-orders. Sick. Okay, look into that. Henry, key statistics. Bless the kitty roar. Thanks, William. Shares outstanding 65. Institutional ownership. Those figures, Henry. Those figures are kind of messy on the Yahoo stuff, especially the shares outstanding is accurate, but the institutional ownership might be a little bit off. Bawani, welcome, Bawani. Henry, number of floats, short interest, but yeah. Oh, you see 135%? Oh, do you see 135% at Yahoo? Whoa, what the hell? What is this? 250%. What do they get for a float calculation? 45. What the hell is the short? That's not 250%. Right? Look at 57, 58 divided by 45, right? I'm trying to catch up here, but am I doing some basic math wrong here? Let's do the calculation ourselves where I got 58. Share short, 58 divided by the float, 45. Yeah, I got it is more than that 100. I mean, I don't know how accurate these numbers. I just give me the ballpark. It's not about precision. And as value investors know, who cares? What's your precise price target? What the hell do I know? It's going up. It's going up. I don't know. The precise stuff isn't. It doesn't matter too much. But using these numbers, 130%, I just think, okay, that's exorbitant. But that number looks. This number looks like it's an inaccurate calculation. A lot of weird stuff going on with the GameStop. Ooh, right. It's like so many weird things going on. And that's why I said in one of my videos, like, sometimes it can take time for a narrative to change, for people's sentiment about a company or a stock to change, for things to unfold. With value stocks, sometimes that can take a while. It can take like 2-3 years, and the whole time you're like, do something already. Do something. Do it. And you're just waiting, and not much is happening. This is why the short interest can accelerate things. But like with GameStop, there's so many weird things going on, like the short interest and you got like the activist investors. And then Cohen's taking a stake, and like there's a huge console cycle coming out, and like so many weird things. Like boom, it can happen overnight. And now we're getting inaccurate calculations, right? You know what I mean? It's just like they can't even calculate the right figures. There's so many weird shit going on. They're like, how do we calculate this stuff? We don't know what to do. Where are the shares? You see that Chappelle Show one? I always loved that. That Chappelle Show, the image that I posted. You'll get any more of those shares? You'll get any more of those shares so I can close my share? I'm just having a laugh. It could be down 30% tomorrow, right? It could be down, right? But that's why you need to have a laugh. Have a drink on the update. Oh, 893. Oh, we got to break 9 here after hours, huh? Oh, that's it. Oh, it's 7:59. Here you go. This is going to be the final price, whatever. It doesn't matter. We know it doesn't matter, but gonna enjoy. Just because there's been a number of times on the stream where, maybe not so much on the stream, right? I was a little, but where it's down hugely after hours. Hell, it happened last Wednesday. We were looking at it down after hours, right? Okay. Anyway, hey, thanks for pointing that out, Henry. That was, I don't know which one's accurate. It doesn't. Market Watch, Yahoo. I always thought Market Watch was a little bit early, like a day or two early. I always say that, but it doesn't matter. But still, I'm curious about that stuff. When something doesn't line up, I'm like, what's going on here? Just like when when Cohen filed his 13Ds, and then he filed the amendment, we were like, what the hell's going on here? Why was that first line item say $6? Why did he have a $6 share price? And then some people were speculating that was the pre-market action. And then we still don't know. And then it was removed. And then he changed the transaction dates and the settlement dates. I still don't know what the hell happened. No one knows. I was just hoping that we'd have an updated, he'd start talking about or something. We'd get some more insight. It doesn't matter. But anyway, when stuff sticks out like that, it catches my attention because I'm going, wait a tick. Okay, I like Henry, numbers guy. Cheers. Henry got it from E-Trade. Oh, he got it from E-Trade, checking out those figures. Okay, yeah, those figures, sometimes they seem a little bit off. Catalysts are coming. Do not talk yourself into denial, kitty. I try to remain balanced. Who was it? Oh, I had a laugh. Oh, by the way, I couldn't see the live chat in the last video. I wonder if something happened on the video. I couldn't see the live chat after the fact. I don't know if anyone else. I was going to ask people about that. I could see it on some the other streams, but I was disappointed I couldn't see it. Part of the reason is the video, the song that I played during the Sleeping Kitties part. Like I paid for that song, but like YouTube says it's like a copyright thing. I don't know. And then I was trying to Google around. Is that why you couldn't see the chat? But I did see it for other streams, so I got to look into that. But anyway, so who was it? Someone said I was like part of the stream. I'm like I'm always worried I'm suffering from confirmation bias. So I tried to weigh all these good things. Like but on the other hand, it could be this. And then someone said I'm here for the confirmation bias. I thought that was funny. Aren't we all? Oh, that was funny. Oh, okay. This is day one. We will remember it. We will remember six. I think, William's saying we're going to remember today. If it did happen, I think I'd remember today too. But today is no guarantee of anything. It's just we assess, see what's happening, and think, you know what, this could indicate this or that, and then we just watch. That's all. Mikey is sitting beside me, makes you play. When I listen to people's bearish thesis, they only say Blockbuster. Yeah, we talk about Blockbuster isn't that great of a comparison, and the big reason is because of the damn balance sheet. You know, it was so leveraged back in the day. And remember Carl Icahn trying to get involved? I remember thinking maybe Carl will get involved with this one, with GameStop, like a year ago, and then thinking maybe he wouldn't because he kind of got burned on Blockbuster last time. Not that it was all his fault, but he did, and he's probably like, I ain't touching that secularist shit ever again. And so I didn't. I'm like, he probably won't though. But if he did, that's why. I mean, we got Ryan Cohen taking a stake. But if Carl Icahn got involved, imagine the shorts. Imagine you're short, right? And then you see a file and you're like, Carl Icahn, 15%. He's making calls. He's going on CNBC. He's like, Ackman, you want to take the other side of this trade? Let's see what you got. How then? If you're not freaking out if you're short, then you'd be scared, right? But anyway, so Blockbuster, I don't think it's that great of a comparison. I mean, the balance sheet number one, but I do think gaming, the games in particular, will remain relevant. Hell, people are still, I think a good comparison is like a Redbox type thing too, at least for GameStop's legacy business. People are still buying those, people still renting those discs. Like, it's still a business model, you know what I mean? So you get the Redbox angle. Then Netflix reinvented itself. They were the ones shipping discs. So there are other comps there are other comparisons we can make too. But I agree, everyone goes Blockbuster, boom. And what's funny is that they've done that for 12 months. And it's kind of reinvigorated my bullishness in it, because I see this and I think, oh, these people, they're not looking under the hood. How many times have we said that? Like, people get just like a knee jerk reaction. They go, oh yeah, GameStop, discs, Blockbuster, and then they move away. Or value investors go, out of my circle of competence. And even value investors, they might not touch it. And I think, oh, everyone's backing away from this. Like, no one is looking under the hood, even at like the financials or something like that. That's kind of, initially I was thinking like, maybe there's some truth to this. Maybe I'm wrong about this. Now it has unfolded, and the management team has done a good job with the nuts and bolts. I think, oh wow, I don't think people were doing the research. I don't think they were looking into it. And so I was having a laugh in one of the videos that I uploaded about GameStop, like, people making fun of Burry. People making fun of Burry about him getting involved. And I'm like, you gonna make fun of Michael Burry? Make fun of the Roaring Kitty. Make fun of Roaring Kitty. Did all this stuff. You know what I mean? Have a laugh about that. But how are you gonna make fun of Michael Burry, given the success he's had? And then I think, when people start making fun of you, this is like it harkens back to the tech bubble, right, where everyone was shitting on value investors and stuff. You just gotta buy tech stocks. And I'm thinking, oh shit, it made it seem, it magnified the opportunity in my mind, because for people that we talk about, there's a story being told with every stock. There's a narrative being told. And if you don't do adequate research and you don't look under the hood, you might get an incomplete story. You might get the wrong story, and it could result in a major mispricing in the market. And so, I mean, using Burry as an example, this isn't on the level of the housing market, the housing bubble right now, or close to that. Although the short interest is something. I mean, this doesn't have the economic, the societal impact that the housing bubble did. But even still, where the trade housing prices go up, and that's it. That's the end of the analysis. And then Burry's like, aren't you even going to look? Just look at the numbers. And then again, I'm just using it as an example because now I'm talking about it. I don't even know why, but I started to get that impression with GameStop too. And then when they ridiculed them too, this isn't victory laps yet. Let's take some victory laps when the price is quite a bit higher. But now I'm just shooting the shit. And I thought, I think people just did that Blockbuster comparison and just move on. And then when the price took so long, I think the price just took so long. People got tired, and they're just like, we were right. Burry was wrong. He's an idiot. And I thought, and then June 30th, and we saw his updated filing in mid-August. I'm like, it's still his top stock position. First of all, he clearly had crushed it in Q2. He did the right thing. We talk about it in one of my videos. And in one of my videos, the importance of those call options at opportune times. He clearly bought a whole bunch of those call options where the market was going crazy, which was that's how you get some big wins. And it appears as though he had a really big Q2, but yet GameStop was still his top stock position. I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? He didn't give a shit. He had trimmed, and then everyone was talking about the trim. Like, who cares? Like, you trimmed like 2.5 million shares. It wasn't, or excuse me, it was even less than that. Was it a couple hundred K? I forget how many he trimmed, but he got back under the 5%. But it was still his top stock position. I thought that's pretty telling. And anyway. We'll see what happens. We still got to see what happens here, but it had a little bit. It reminded me a little bit of his calls on the housing bubble and the housing market and stuff. And I think people just aren't looking. They just think that they know off the top of my head that Blockbuster comparison is so easy. It's so easy to make and to not do any more analysis. And I think people got a little bit lazy on it. This is my thesis. I could ultimately be wrong, but that's how I was interpreting this whole time. That was my story. That was the narrative that was going on in my head and continues to be updated with every incremental news that we get. And as of right now, as of September 16th, it looks like it's kind of playing out, but let's give it some more time. Let's see. We could do a post-mortem. Everyone know the importance of a post-mortem? Well, you do a post-mortem, but the pre-mortem, they talk about this in investing too. Like, you do a pre-mortem. Even before you might get involved with the stock, you jot down a couple of reasons. First of all, why you're even getting involved with the stock. Take a couple of notes. That's what we try to do when we're taking notes here. A couple bullet points. Why you were interested in insider buying. 52-week low, high, whatever, heavy insider ownership. It doesn't matter. But then also, if it doesn't work out, if the stock doesn't work out, what do you think went wrong? Jot it down at the beginning. Easy for GameStop. It's because I underestimated the secular risks associated with discs, and that they were only going to have digital. Well, that wasn't true. We knew they were going to have physical versions back in June of last year. But like, you know what I mean? That was easy to know what I would have got wrong. But as everything kept unfolding, and then of course we had the pandemic too, so that messed with my figures a little bit. But I'm like, shit. So, sorry, I'm just getting at you do the pre-mortem, then we'll do a post-mortem too. And then you can those alternative histories, what could have happened. But then you kind of piece together the story over time. But right now we're just doing our best to guess at what the story is, doing our best. That's why I feel like you can't do enough research. Oh, I'm going all over the place. Okay, I'll catch up, I promise. Okay. 12 now is easy. I'm thinking 14. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. We're just having fun, right? Could be. What the hell do we know? Okay, gotta catch up. Oh man, we got a lot of comments. This is sick. Let's go. Right. Oh, this is sick. Okay. I think. All right, Steve. I'm thinking 14. Now, Steve, I think there is going to be a huge stop buy at 10 with the Insto short sellers. If the stock price can crack 10, I think that will trigger the squeeze since it's been under 10 for so long. So I tend to agree with this. When we're talking about shorting a stock too, we were talking about this with Tesla. Like, excuse me. Sometimes it pays to drag your feet, right? You don't want to when it comes to shorting. Well, I guess in the case of GameStop, there are shorts. They should be thinking about this, but the timing is very important. Like, you almost want to wait till the stock price is really getting its ass kicked. You know what I mean? Like, it's really taking a hit. Like, you're not seeing this. You're not seeing it with Tesla yet. That news when they didn't get into the S&P, that was kind of like, oh, could this trigger something? But you don't really want to short. This is why you can't touch. It's really risky to short Tesla. Right now, but at many times because of the chart on a chart basis, like sometimes it pays to wait. You want to be sure that the narrative has changed. You got to be sure in one way that can support a change of sentiment is looking at the damn chart. That's why it's kind of annoying. I say, as a fundamental investor, you get pissed. You're like, damn, I could have just looked at the chart this whole time. Anyway, when it comes to the shorts, it pays to just wait until the price has really been knocked down. Boom, boom, boom. And your sure sentiment has like, all right, now people are bearish. Maybe you get a multi-year bear market in the stock. The inverse is true, right? The inverse is true too with GameStop, where it could be there's not many. I mean, we've been speculating the shorts have been rising. It could be they're not closing too because maybe they're adding to their position, but they're not scared enough yet. But that's why I feel as though the technical levels could be important. I had felt this $6 to $7 range was important because then you have a clean breakout. And in all the shorts, they probably, I mean, I don't really know what their average cost basis is and all that stuff. I have no idea, but I agree. Once you start getting up to like 10 and 12, now you're in territory you haven't been in over 18 months. And it could be that like then we start to see like real squeeze stuff, like you're up 50% in a day or something. That's not a forecast, but I agree. It could be that people are dragging their feet on closing. And once you really see the closures due to an even higher share price, let's say 10, just I like that number. It's a nice round number, 10, double digits. And there's a little bit, a very mini, is there mini? And a little bit, I don't know. So, yeah, good point, Steve, good point. I agree, it's been under 10 for so long, that could get people's attention. The market does look at those round hole numbers and stuff, I swear. Williams on Bear 3, cheers. I might need another one, we'll see. Been open and tipping my glass to the screen. Yeah, I know every time I lift it. Yeah, cheers, William. Cheers. Insurance detectives, welcome. Blockbuster. Insurance detectives saying Blockbuster could have evolved into Netflix, but they didn't do it. I think GameStop is going to evolve into something different in the next few years, which makes their story and fate much better. Couldn't agree more, insurance detectives. Maybe they don't, but that's the case. Is that they're clear. First of all, the strength of their balance sheet, especially relative to Blockbuster, we're in a different stratosphere with regard to opportunity to reinvent themselves. But also, yeah, Blockbuster wasn't. They had an opportunity to buy out Netflix, didn't they? I forget that. I wasn't too dialed in, but I think. But doesn't it say GameStop's still slow? No one's saying that they're ahead of the curve or that the previous management team made mistakes. They obviously did. We don't need to go down that path again. But doesn't the new management team seem like they have the right vision? And they refreshed the board. They got Reggie on there. And then, I mean, the Chewy exec, too. They got some retail and omnichannel experience that even Barry was complimenting, which I thought was sick because I don't know how good this experience is. And then you got Sherman and Bill not talking up the story too much, which kind of pisses some people off. Not me so much, but I feel like they're taking care of business. They're taking care of that. They're ensuring to me that downside is protected. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I care most about. I'm like, just don't mess up Don't mess up on that downside, and then hopefully you generate some free cash flow at the start of the console cycle, and then get to the opportunity, like re-engage with customers and figure something out over time. That doesn't mean they will, but I feel like they were doing the right thing. And now, so they're late to stuff. They are late to stuff, but there's opportunity where they have the balance sheet to subsidize a potential turnaround that they didn't have before. And it seems like they're being a little bit more proactive than Blockbuster was. So I think that's what insurance is saying. And I agree. It could be a different company 2-3 years down the line. You got these in-store experiences stuff. I have no idea. I'm just a dumb individual investor here thinking like, yeah, I think there's an opportunity here they could do it. I don't know that they will, but they could. And who even knows what it'll look like? Forget 2 years, 3 years. Think 5 years down the line, right? Because that's what everyone's saying. GameStop's this is another opportunity. The terminal valuation of GameStop for many folks is zero. You know what I mean? That's how I'm like, zero. Everyone is assigning a value of zero, a terminal value of zero. Everyone. Like it's a definite zero. That's the thing. Even if it were right, which I don't think it is, even if the terminal valuation were zero, yeah, I think, well, okay, what's your estimate of how many free cash flows they're going to generate until they get to that terminal valuation, until they close up shop? You would need to believe that the managers don't know what they're doing. They're going to do wasteful acquisitions and so forth. Some people are betting on that, but you 150% sure that's going to happen? So, I mean, even if the terminal value is like $5 or something, pay out a giant dividend, even though that's not likely. But that I can, those shorts, they drive it. Jordan had said that. I liked it on Twitter. Jordan had said something. He's like, all the long GameStop investors feel like they're taking crazy pills. We've been saying that during the stream too, right? You feel like you're crazy every day. You just see the sheer short interest figure, and you think, what the hell are everyone seeing? That's why I wish maybe I'll get to some bears on the stream, but I think, what the hell? I feel like I'm crazy, and that's why I try to avoid that confirmation bias even during the stream, because we're all kind of on the same page. This is where we could fall victim to it if we had done bad analysis. And then it's kind of like hive mind thinking, right? We're all long GameStop. We're all talking the same stuff. You always got to be careful when you get into that type of environment. I mean, I've been analyzing GameStop for quite a while, but that's why I'm like, we got to be careful. We don't want to be too bullish. That's why whenever people go, yeah, well, management sucks because of this, I'm like, all right, okay, or GameStop's gonna mess up like this or that. I like that line of thinking. You remember what was it? World War Z. They were telling that story, how they have like a table of folks. I don't even remember the damn story, but they have like a table of folks making a decision on something, and if everyone agrees, someone has to disagree. Someone has to say, you know what, I'll take the other side of this, just so you can get a constructive discussion going about whatever the hell it is. That's kind of like how I think about this. So I like when someone's like, yeah, all right, Rory Kitty, well, think about it. This is why they stink, or this is how they're going to mess up. I think, okay, I don't agree with you, but that can influence my thinking, hopefully for the better. I can update my mental models, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, William Invest, you looking at that number just gave me a Barry moment looking at volume. Look at it. Oh, wait, the kitty, it's real. The bad boy isn't a drill. Jeez, that is a 5-star shirt. Oh, I'm glad you like the shirt. Yeah? All right. I keep that. I always try to look for some fun shirts. Yeah, just to have, we're just trying to have some fun with it. I feel like I said that I always say that. I say that in one of my videos. Like, we can have some fun with this, right? Value investing or even investing. Isn't like kind of lonely, especially value investing though, but maybe investing in general. It can be lonely at times. If you're contrarian too, and everyone says you're wrong, everyone's making fun of you, and everyone's like, and then like it's boring at times looking at financial statements. Let's have some fun with it. Who cares? Let's just have a laugh, share some research with each other. Love it with Steve Song. There was 75 block buys today. Each block is 200K. Someone is buying. Yeah, someone's selling too, Steve, though. You know what I mean? Someone is selling all those block buy. I don't know. I'm out of my element here. But isn't someone selling 200K worth of GameStop shares? I'm just too ignorant of what's happening there. Maybe you're saying that there's one block buy, but there's multiple sellers. I don't know. But I don't look. I deliberately don't look too much into that because I've seen a lot of shit over the years, and then I think, that didn't pan out. Everything's a test, right? Like I've looked at that stuff in the past, and then it hasn't panned out, and then I discount its importance over time. Okay, makeshift player. J Pow spoke today. Yeah, so I did see that makeshift player, and I felt that was part of the reason. Oh, what did commodity prices do? So platinum was up. Oh, they weren't up too bad. They weren't up to gold. Oh, not too much action today. Oh, okay. I thought a little bit. But was oil up a little bit? A little bit. It was getting hit. It was getting hit a little bit here, right? A little bit of a pop. I saw some of the names were up quite a bit in the Roaring Kitty portfolio there. So what did we end up? 893. Whoa, that's what was the after? Let's check the WAP. Not the WAP. Not the WAP. The WAP. All right, let me just check sites. Let's do the after hours. Let's just see what it was. It's not that. I'm curious too. How many shares traded hands? Yeah, that's not that much. 200K. 200K. How many shares was it? Oh, I forget how many shares traded hands after hours, but it was like 1 million or maybe 2 million. But even still, I even thought, man, that's noise. This is noise. This is noise. And the WAP's only 872. So I don't even know. Why do we look at this? Who cares? Okay, bro, I want that Oh, I'm way behind. Yeah, well, I should make some. I should get some kitty stuff. That'd be sick. We know what a short squeeze is, and that's why we are the bear hunters. Well, don't get too confident. Be careful with the we're having fun with it. I get that, but this thing is not a drill, baby. You seriously need a call-in number, kitty. Oh, I know. Maybe it'd be nice if we could chat. Looking at GME newly issued 23. Oh, what are the bonds trading at? Oh, that's a good idea. So Justin's been talking about it on Seeking Alpha. I did see that. Some people have had some good comments on Seeking Alpha. We'll see if we get to it, but I've been liking some of them on Seeking Alpha. I always like those good comments. What are they at? Look at that, huh? Look at this at 98. Sick. You know what? Part of the reason, I know for some folks that said this, is because if you read the transcript of the conference call, Bell pretty much made it clear like they're gonna. They may even buy dime back and do a tender offer even before they're due. So I can't even believe they're not even trading at par yet. It's look at these ratings. You know what I mean? When I was going through one of the long videos talking about the spreadsheets and stuff, I look at the ratings agents. I look at them, especially if they're public research reports, and then but like the ratings, I think they kind of at times I think they kind of they're not indicative of reality. Like CCC, how do you look at GameStop's balance sheet in the forecast and the free cash flow forecast and rate the bonds CCC plus? Like I think that's bad analysis. They have their own models in weird ways of looking at stuff, but like those bondholders are getting paid. Like I feel, I'm not. I wanted to say I feel 120% sure of that, but I try to avoid the absolutes. I'm like 99% sure they're getting paid. So it's weird that there's a CCC plus rating. I focus more on the price of those bonds, but let's look. Yeah, look at this price action. Check this out. Look at this. That's sick. So there you go. There was March 20th. That was the low of the S&P 500 that week, getting crushed. But look at that move. Wow, big move up. And then it was hovering around high 80s there for a bit. It popped in June when a lot of value stuff was crushing it there, and then it kind of came back. But look at that. Oh, a little bit parabolic, getting back to 100 quick. When did they announce earnings? Oh, it popped right the next day. There you go. It went from 94. That's not that big of a move, but it went right up to 95. I'm big. So if you don't do this, you definitely got to check if a company you're researching has publicly available information on their it has publicly traded debt and the bond prices are available. You got to look this. It's such a quick thing you can look at, and it's so insightful. Just a quick check. Oh, their debt that's due next year is trading at 20 cents on the dollar. Well, this is a really risky company. It doesn't mean I wouldn't dabble, right? But it helps highlight the risks that are involved, especially on the credit front. So you got to look at these. But I thought these, I think some people wrote Seeking Alpha reports about this. These were hugely mispriced. That 70 was for bond investors. What an opportunity that was. And then they did the bond exchange. Look at these are still trading at 90. I mean, at least a discount makes a little bit more sense. I mean, that's not much of a discount. I'm kind of going off on a $2 discount, but even still. And then 90 on these, which I still think is a little bit. I don't think that's. I mean, they got enough to pay everything off right now. I know the cash isn't. It's spoken for to a degree. They got to replenish their inventory, blah blah blah. But even still. Anyway, thanks for reminding me of those bonds. I hadn't checked those out in a while because usually you can guess what things are doing by looking at whatever. I don't know, just get back to the comments here. Okay, Trey, PS5 event pre-orders for both consoles and the narrative about payment plans may be gaining investor trust. Sick. Yeah, those payment plans are going to be awesome. There's another business model that originally many people weren't talking about, myself included, but if you can just lease the console, you have like an Xfinity type thing where you lease the console, have a subscription with GameStop, like an Amazon Prime equivalent, GameStop Rewards Plus or whatever the hell it is, and then you release the console, rent the games, get digital access, digital download access as well, or access to digital download games. And then, it's just the business model in there. But those different payment options, that's a good thing, right? You're extending credit to folks who will be able to get the consoles. And that's right. And it's in the third party. The third parties are who are the ones who are taking on that risk. Okay, bonds can be a great leading indicator of equity markets. Yeah, it's a huge screening tool for me. Like back in March and April, it's why I wish I was streaming back then. It's one of the first things I checked. Oh, so I haven't been doing it too much, but I have a nice tool here. Is this it? Oh, I didn't update this, but I can type in a ticker. I lost. I got to update this. And then I click enter and it opens up all the things that I check. But anyway, the bonds are one of the prices that I check. It's a great screening tool. I don't know how much it leads it. Sometimes, yeah, maybe it does lead it. I'm not too sure, but it helps me it helps me assess credit risk. Okay, Steve, of course, but the 2021 bonds were trading at 80 until they restructured the debt. That's right. When they did the bond exchange, and then that started get the action going. That was that bump up in June too, partially attributed to that. Year to maturity was up around 35% in a short time. Yep. Trey, I think people like me questioning management aren't upset about stuff like a revamped app. It's mostly them allowing the bad narrative from employees and the customer experience. Yeah, I get that, Trey. And I don't. There's some truth to that. Right. You're saying maybe they're doing the right thing on the nuts and bolts front. I need nuts and bolts. That's the best I can come up with. I feel like I can come up with a better phrase than that. But allowing the bad narrative. Sometimes, it can be a heavy narrative too, and maybe they don't want to nail themselves down. But I agree, I agree with that, Trey. Like just generally talking up you don't need to be Elon Musk, right? But you can talk up your story a little bit, right? Because a higher price is a good thing for the business. So many times we've said that reflexivity, get that higher price, it can help change the narrative, and so many other things. The GameStop website is down. Can you guys access it? Oh, let me try. Was it GameStop.com? Oh. Check this out. Whoa, sick. Oh, this could be the next thumbnail for the next YouTube video, right? Oh, I've been blocked. Unable. Have I been blocked? What's that mean? Has everyone been blocked? What the heck is that? Has everyone been blocked? What's this mean? Oh, everyone's been blocked. Oh, thank you. Make sure. I just scrolled down. Is that what a lot of people? Hey, is everyone blocked? I am blocked too. Jeez, can you imagine? They're like roaring kitty. We gotta block this. Can you imagine? I'm like, what the hell? I'm blocked. Okay. Whew. Well, I'm like, whoa. I felt this was good analysis. You know what I mean? Yo, thanks for the heads up. That's interesting, right? Maybe that was their quick fix for whatever it is that they're dealing with, right? GameStop failure. It's blocking everyone because it thinks it's a DD. Right. So Trey, right. It's just right. So what Trey said. This is their quick fix to prevent being attacked. Too much traffic and then it blocks it. Right. That's right. But the first take when you see that, you're like, what did I do? I didn't do it. Like when you're walking out of a store. When you're walking out of a store, you didn't do shit, right? With the beat, it goes beep, 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 beep. You're like, what did I do, right? That's how it is. What did I do? You go scared. Oh, do they know everyone? They blocked everyone who's on the live stream. Oh, we're making an impact. Oh, that's a riot. Ming probably higher demand. Former GME SGA says I treat. Oh, geez, that's funny, huh? Oh man, that's funny. They need to so right here you go. Talk about stuff that needs to be fixed in 2020. This is a good problem to have, right? First of all, you get a lot of traffic. You get a lot of traffic at your website, so that's good news, right? But the type of stuff that should be fixed, that shouldn't be happening. But even still, it's not good that it's happening today, right? People are trying to pre-order. That's what I'm gathering here. Oh, Jordan's works. Jordan's Canadian luck for Jordan. Hey, Jordan. But they got it. Well, geez, here we are. Because I gotta say, I've been saying you need to have it fixed for the console cycle, but we're there, right? You need to have it fixed for the pre-order, so maybe this will alert them. They'll smooth things out. What was it? Yeah, it'll be fixed. But still, interesting. That's funny. So okay, I jumped ahead. Let me go back. Oh shit, I'm so slow. Oh, you ramble. Oh no, my bad, everybody. Oh shit, I'm way behind. We're having. We'll get there. We'll get there. Thank you for. That's funny though. Thank you for giving me the heads up on that. William Invest, OG former SG&A. Yep, I remember that. William, you mentioned you worked at GameStop. Trey, I still haven't got that. Trey still hasn't gotten the PS5 pre-order email yet. Maybe it was sent by accident. GameStop website crash. Oh, I'm catching up. I'm catching up. They saw it was blocked. I think the server thinks it's a DDoS. Oh, I'm catching up. Okay, sorry, I skipped ahead. So you already had this discussion. My bad. Oh, my bad. Links are usually flagged as spam on YouTube. Oh, okay. So they're flagged. Yeah, is there any? But I do believe you can change it. I would think so. So I'll look into it. I did a quick check, really quick check, not very thorough. I'll look into it because we should be able. Everyone's gonna send legitimate links here. So I'll see if I can fix that because we should be able to share links and stuff. That's us doing. You need to share links as part of your research because if you say something, it'll be like, where'd you get that information from? You know what I mean? I need to at least do my best till I confirm it. But I do believe you can change it. Yeah, the app crashed too. Okay, thank you everybody. Dang, sucks for GameStop being down with Target and other retailers starting to offer pre-orders. Would you think that there's an allocation that the retailers have already been assigned how many pre-orders they can take? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe William, maybe you know. Like it's already they already know how many pre-orders they could take, and it's kind of like whoever just gets there first. So I don't know. But yeah, it would suck if they were losing. But I lean toward that. I don't think that. I can't imagine that would be the case. But if it were, shit. Yep, Harsh saying, yep, both the app and website down. I hate GameStop. They need people who can ride. Harsh is always... Harsh. Oh, was it you, Harsh? Hey, heads up, if you're on... Was it you, Harsh, who commented? Remember I didn't know what your Twitter handle was? That I said, hey, who said it? Harsh said, like, hey, that was me. I think it was you who said that you couldn't access something because it was a blocked account. Someone had blocked you on Twitter. If you just open if you open up the... if you're on your phone and you open up the tweet in a browser... or copy the link, whatever it is, and open it up in a browser. Like try to share the tweet and open it up in a browser. You can see a tweet from an account that blocked you. Just a heads up. I wanted to share that because that's how you would be able to see that. I think it was Harsh. We'll see. Now I got to catch up, but maybe it's 254% due to naked shorting. Possibly Junior. Junior saying maybe that 254% we saw in Yahoo ages ago. Sorry everybody, was due to the naked shorting. It's possible, but how come it's a different figure here? Where is it? This is just that stuck out to me. We see a different figure at MarketWatch. Percent of float shorted. That's what stuck out to me. And also, we just did the calculation from the figures. So something didn't add up. Something was off. They had a photo full of people in the store. Trey was saying that. All right, I'll look that up after because that's kind of cool. Actually, the short interest on Yahoo is taken from Morningstar, and the float from GME on Morningstar is 22.7. What? How are they calculating a 23 million share float? I don't know what that is. Trey's asking naked shorting. Studio, what's up? What up? AES Studio, welcome. Have I seen you before? What? Someone added me on Twitter who had like some sick soundtracks on Twitter. I forget if that your name sounds a little bit familiar. It was like triggering a memory if someone had added me on Twitter. But I'm always looking for new tunes. Like I'm trying to introduce new. I'm just trying to have fun with them. I'm always looking for new music to, especially I like the royalty free music just for fun. Like you share other folks out there creating some sick content that you let people share. I always think that's awesome. So I've been trying to include some new songs on the during the disclaimer stuff too. But also I need a new song for those sleeping kitties because I don't even know what that copyright stuff is. Weird that I paid for the song and it still gets. I'm not getting dinged or anything like that, but it's always weird that it shows up. So if you ever find some good tunes that fit that roaring kitty vibe, I don't even know what that vibe is. I don't know, but I'm always curious about that. But anyway, someone had added me on Twitter. I'm like, oh yeah, let me check out these tunes. I heard some good ones. Okay, Trey, Redbox often has a better value unless it just comes down to Netflix ASAP. Right, and so you could envision GameStop having a better value for some folks rather than ordering from Amazon and waiting 2 days for it, right? That's why GameStop is even partially still relevant today, right? Because people they can just go to there, see other stuff, pick up some other stuff. And now if they have that same day delivery too, that's sick. Order online, pick up there, whatever it is. And then they might even have better exclusive bundles, better deals. If you're a Prime member, you get, not a Prime member, you get a Power Up Rewards member, you get better deals and stuff. So I'm always confused when people say GameStop doesn't bring value to customers. And like we talked about last time too, like it brings value to suppliers because it's giving, like there's a retailer dedicated to gaming. You would think vendors and suppliers like that, even though maybe perhaps down the line publishers and the console manufacturers and so forth might prefer digital. You can think why, but even still, I saw there's been more chatter about a potential opportunity for GameStop to be a digital intermediary, where it sounds a little bit weird. Where there's a market for used downloads. Sounds really weird, right? Even I was like, huh? But maybe, I don't know. Seems like they could serve a purpose there. Okay. Same day delivery, credit card gives them 30 days to pay. Right, that's nice. Trey, most people don't do DD anyways, right? Which is opportunity, right? It's not a complaint that people aren't doing analysis. It can just lead to a potential opportunity, right, Trey? Makeshift player, make the credit card release console day, so that's how they can make a payment plan on consoles. Make the credit card release console day, so I think that's what they're going to do. Makeshift, they're going to extend the credit to the folks maybe beforehand, but also when they're buying the console too. Also, and I definitely include this in the video, aren't there going to be a ton of folks that are going to want to trade in their console? There appeared to be some sick deals that GameStop was going to offer, like, hey, trade in your PS4 or your Xbox One and get some sweet deals, some other stuff. Like GameStop's going to be the place people go to do that. especially if you're a Power Up Rewards members, that's something that they offer that other retailers don't. Oh, I just get it from Walmart. I'll just get it from Target. I'll just get it from Best Buy or where I get it from Amazon. It's like, you can do that. Like, how do you think, why can Best Buy exist when you can just get it from Amazon? Like, these all compete with each other. You know what I mean? Like, clearly you can still exist as long as you're bringing value. People seem to think Amazon exists, so you can't have a GameStop. I just think, what? What are you talking about? Sure you could. Oh, Chewy can't exist because Amazon exists. It's like, what? Sure you can. Just add value, give your customers some value. And clearly there's an opportunity for GameStop to do that. I think it's lazy analysis. Jordan says they have an agreement with the carrier. Didn't say who, but this is very positive. I agree, Jordan. I agree. Jordan, I was mentioning, I liked a couple of your tweets that you're saying, speaking the truth on there on Twitter. William, got to go, and we'll catch the rest playback, please. Let's talk more. Cheers, William. Welcome. Have a nice night. Thanks for coming. Makeshift player Trey, what if they partnered with DoorDash? No shit. Aren't they partnering with someone? We talked about that. That same day delivery, they're partnering with maybe not DoorDash, but someone else, someone who can make that delivery same day. You know what I mean? That makes sense to offer that type of a thing. Some people do want their stuff like now, and that was an opportunity. I feel like a lot of folks were talking about past 6 months or so, but this was like the first I think this is the first we heard about it. Like, oh shit, they're actually doing it. Sick. That's a nice value to people. Even Amazon, well, sometimes they can deliver quick, but I don't even think they offer something like that. I mean, some of them do. I don't know about that same day delivery. That's the thing. They have so many damn stores that they're closing some, right? But they have so many stores that they're accessible. They're accessible for folks. So they're maybe in close proximity to a lot of people. I know they're not going to maybe not do it at every store, but even still, it's a nice thing that they should offer. It's a bit more costly, but it's nice. That value add, that customer experience, people like that. And then people are like, oh, I'm a GameStop Power Up Rewards member. I get these sick deals. I get $5 to spend every month or whatever it is. I forget. Or I get the same day delivery. You know what I mean? This is that omni-channel experience. It's a really nice app. They give me these alerts. You know what I mean? That's what they mean, omni-channel. Everything's interwoven. Everything's connected. And when people are talking about GameStop, they're not talking about you go into a store, buy a physical disc. They're talking about like the whole experience of it, like being a GameStop customer. Like people like, oh, are you a Prime member? Like you're a GameStop member. And I know people don't talk like that right now, but you could, with enough value add, they could. And especially if they transform those stores and people want to go there for the camaraderie, you know what I mean? To have some fun, to play some games, get a sneak peek at some of the early console releases, early game releases, whatever it is. They I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking that. I don't know. But I just think that it could be a funner experience. Just like investing. Just like research can be. That's what I think. That's my takeaway. Okay. Trey, what if they partner with DoorDash? Kitty Soprano family. Yeah. Trey, that'd actually be nuts, honestly. I thought they were teaming up with, it's not DoorDash, but I figure it's somebody, right? But isn't it pretty much the same thing? Whether it's DoorDash or someone else, aren't they doing, I'll catch up. I'm sorry. Makeshift player, that'd actually would be a big play. Jordan, rent to own options too. I agree, Jordan. Now this is a press release. Maybe they wanted to do some buybacks before they announced the big news. Great price action today. So Jordan, that's what we've been saying. So even though this might not be the base case, a lot of people have been saying, especially that day on Wednesday following the quarterly earnings release, like people were pissed at management for not talking up a sexy story, right? Even if this ain't likely, we could entertain the idea that they didn't want to talk it up, right? Again, I broken record now. I'm not saying that that's the case, but you can at least think about the fact that they didn't want to talk it up because they still wanted to exhaust the buyback, or I don't know. That's really the only that's really the only one I have off the top of my head, because you want a cheap price to buy back those shares. But so there's a reason. There's at least a reason that they didn't do it. And another thing we've said on streams past is that maybe they couldn't do the buybacks. Maybe there's a rationale there because of some technical reason they just couldn't do it. They needed to have a strong balance sheet for whatever, like things we just couldn't know. But it's important. Management, they're not idiots. They're not. Maybe they don't agree with everything they do, but they have their finger on the pulse of these types of things. So it's at least, it could have been deliberate that they did what they did. But I agree, Jordan, and I also agree rent to own is big too. Look at a lot of those companies that are rent to own on stuff, and they seem to do well on the market. Okay. Maybe they want to do some trade. Jordan, yeah, the rent-to-own options I saw, but all the articles I saw never mentioned same-day delivery. What site did you see it on? They didn't? Yeah, that seems like it's a big story. You know what I mean? I mentioned the same. Interesting. Thanks for sharing. I mean, I don't read too many of those articles. All the articles aren't, they've been so skewed bearish. Maybe it's going to change. Let's see if it changes. But it's been so skewed bearish, and a lot of it is not, it's like boilerplate analysis. They're just reporting the facts. I didn't think it was, I don't know. So, but that's why I'm not reading them. It could be Postmates, a cursory. Makes your player. Maybe their new app will have a similar feature. Would be nice. Trey says. It could be Postmates. A cursory search shows that Postmates offers it at a few locations. Not sure though. Yeah, so I think it could be one of them. It's in their press release. Damn, just saw it's not free, but priced competitively. Hopefully they don't charge much. Should be free with anything over 50. I'd agree with that, Jordan. Right? If they pay a certain dollar amount, it should be free above that. It's same day delivery is expensive though. That's the thing. So it's it starts October. Okay, thanks, Jordan. I mean, I have no. I trust Sherman and Bell on that. What the hell do I know about the costs, the intricacies of same day delivery? I think generally I'd agree though, if they're spending a lot, it could be free. Maybe they'll offer that too, but just offering it is a good story. It's a good thing people will talk about. Harsh, GameStop losing revenue every minute their site and app is down. Is that true? Is it still down, by the way? It's up. I'm behind. Oh, pre-order now. I see it. Oh, sorry. I'll bring it over. Sorry. Boom. There you go. Sick. Look at that. Oh, I lost my thing. There you go. Pre-order now. Okay, so I was down for a little bit. You don't want your site to go down at all. What was I thinking? A social network. Remember in Harvard, there went down in the social network. And he broke that. There you go. Sick. Yeah, $4.99, $3.99. Okay. Cool. Okay, let me bring that back. I'll just keep it up there right now. GameStop losing revenue. I don't know if they're actually losing revenue. I don't know. Oh, I can see it. But DoorDash recently started store pickups too. Trey Daniel. Wait, really? I haven't seen that. Let me check my app. They're talking about the same day delivery and all that stuff. Sick. Okay. Very unfortunate right now. Yeah, it's marginally bad. Not a big deal, but I agree. I'm not saying that it's good to have your site go down when a lot of people visit, and you don't want that. It's good that they got it back up, though, huh? Jeez, I can't assess the magnitude of any downside because of not being up, but at least it's good. It's right back up right now. The 10th Man, Steve Sunk, the 10th Man, World War Z. Thank you, the 10th Man. I didn't remember what it was called. I'm way behind. Jeez, thanks, Steve. Give them an hour to figure it out. Just got an email from EB Games. Good stuff. We'll pre-order after the stream. Sick. Helping the team. Sick. Yeah, thanks, Jordan. So, yeah, is everyone here going to pre-order from GameStop? That's awesome. I wonder if a lot of people here are Power Up Rewards members, too. That does just for fun, just curious. Trey, 10 Man must disagree with the other 9 and try to prove them wrong. That's right, Steve. You know what I mean? So, there's something to bear in mind. That's what I do to myself, too, that the pre-mortem. Where could this go wrong? How could we be wrong? We frequently talk about it on the stream, right? Where could we be wrong about things? But that's the thing is that when I think about that, when I think about the level of short interest, I think, what bad news are you getting? What are you going to get? What bad news are you going to get right now? Okay, the website went down. Right? That's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But what else is going to get? Like we're here. Like there's going to be a Q3 headwinds, which they talked up, and it's a good thing. They talked it up during the conference call, and now we're already through the previous highs. Doesn't mean it couldn't sell down in the next conference call, but it's not a thesis breaker. I think that's unlikely, right? And so, yeah. So anyway, I'm trying to think where we could go wrong. I'm running out of ideas as to how it could go wrong in the short term, anyway, and where it could go wrong about the level of short interest. That's what I think is so wrong. And I've said this. I feel more confident that adding to your short position right now is a bad investment than I do that going long GameStop is a good investment. It's just a crazy, crazy trade to me. Insane. Okay. Yep. Do you have it in your city too? Yeah, I'm still torn on PS. Oh, he's trying to figure out which console he's getting. No results in my area. I do get the Walmart delivery service though, which is really nice. Trey gets that. He hates their substitutions. Jordan, I'm a Sony guy, but the Xbox is cool since it plays all the old games. We'll get a little later. Yeah, that's sick for the backward compatibility. Yeah, it's very helpful. I enjoy the idea of it. Trey, yeah, that's part of why I'm looking at it. That and Halo. I'm just catching up. Yeah, as a dad to a 2-year-old, cheers, Trey, with a wife that is a teacher, almost no time to grocery shop. Yep, I know. It's a nice offer that some of these stores do. Just saw the Final Fantasy announcement will make great traffic if GameStop does pre-order business. Big Short taught us about bonds. Yeah, right. They rated Tesla bonds a junk bond not long ago. Oh, did they? Oh, interesting. I am really looking forward to the game. Okay, talk about game 666, but I guess it makes sense. They were probably just looking at them versus current market value versus opposed to Tesla's future value, right? Yeah, that's a tough. Something like a Tesla is a tough thing to value, to assign credit scores to. It's just really tough to value. Just tremendous variability. To a degree, GameStop is like that too. You know what I mean? Tesla has amazing potential. Jordan, I wonder how the false rumor about production issues for PS5 affects pre-order. Yeah, what a weird thing. The other ones are rumors too. The other PlayStation, those PS5 announcements back in the day, they had one in April, and then they had one, I thought, in July, and it was never really confirmed. I didn't think it was confirmed by Sony, but then that was interesting. They spoke up this time. They're like, "What are y'all talking about? That's a rumor," and we were all saying how it's just marginal news, but that wasn't even true. It's like, what? Ming was blocked too. Yeah, Tesla, some EVs. I'm blocked. All right, so I'm still catching up. Yeah, app is down too. All right, we'll back up now. GameStop failure. It's blocking everyone because it thinks it's DDoS. Oh, this is where I'm back up. Someone was scared. Oh man, am I this far behind? What? Y'all, this is great though. This is great. High demand than expected. Former SGA was triggered so bad. Higher stuff. They need to handle more traffic. Right. They need to handle more fracture. So bad. Mine works. You buying the disc? I really do wonder if I could trade my PS4 games in this week towards a pre-order because it will do. I don't mind the rambling. I'm the same way. All right. Thank you, Trey. Cheers. I just go all over the place. And I don't know the right thing to do. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what the right thing. We try to do some research here. Now it's all GameStop focused, right? But then this is good discussion that we have, and y'all bring up good points too, and then we'll pull up stuff. Who knows? I mean, the GameStop, people probably won't be interested in GameStop 3 months from now, 6 months from now, right? That will change. You think? Who knows? Maybe they do start to transform. But how long can you talk about a stock for? So we'll see how the stream itself will change. But that's why I always like the feedback, right? So I'm glad, Trey, you don't mind the rambling. Makes me feel a little better. Jordan, disc, he's going to get the disc version. I resell them for good profit sometimes. We all have family already. Retailers have already been allocated units based on some of the tweets I'm reading. I would think so, right? That they've already been allocated the units. So it's not great that your site's down, but it's already. I feel like it's a done. Like, can you imagine whoever had the most efficient website that they get to allocate? They get to sell more consoles. That doesn't seem like that's how that would work. I don't think, but I don't know. Fred is the manager. They will be sold by store by store. Last I heard, Roaring Kitty, I tagged you in a tweet on Twitter with some numbers, probably. Oh, I did see that. Oh, yeah, I did see that, Trey. Did you do that recently? Yeah. I made some notes of things to potentially ask. Maybe I made that, Trey. I made a note. Makeshift player. I tagged you on a tweet on Twitter with some numbers, probably. Oh, some numbers. Oh, okay. I'll check that out. Trey, did you hear Elon wants an electric airplane that takes off vertically? Yeah, me too. Wait, what? That'd be sick, Trey. They just need a powerful enough battery. Okay, now we're talking Tesla, huh? Wait, I got you. I'm from Peru, and the website is locked for me. All right, so Peru was blocked too. Jordan over here crushing it from Canada, huh? Crushing it, eh? Okay, it's down. Honestly, that is what we're expecting, especially with does Roaring Kitty invest in Tesla? It's not a position in the portfolio right now, but I've said on many occasions how the chart is bullish, and there's been many opportunities to buy, and it's been a regret of mine that I didn't buy. I'm not sure that's like in a comparison that I would make is like there is a Bitcoin position in the Roaring Kitty portfolio, but Tesla would be the same thing where I would be buying it strictly from a technical analysis standpoint because I have no clue, and the psychological aspect where people really seem to love the company and love Elon Musk, and that's not a thesis, a complete thesis in itself, but it's a factor that I weigh. And it's been so positive, and people are so excited about the company and Elon that and then the chart is so damn bullish that I think, all right, I'll take a position in that, but I don't right now. And I think in one of those long videos I put together originally, I talk about how that was I wish I did. You back out? Is this this is Tesla? Like this, I just feel as though there's been a number of opportunities. You could have bought on this retest of support. You could have bought on this breakout. This was super bullish late last year. You could have bought on this retest back to previous resistance, and it was like, which was then support back in March, and then you could have bought on this breakout. Not huge wins each time, but every time I'm like, damn, it did exactly. Not exactly. I mean, it did what the probabilities would have suggested you do, and I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? As a fundamental investor, I'm like, it worked. And so it's been educational on that front, but no, never had a position, and it's been such a trendy stock too. I talk about how one change I'd like to make to my investment style is that I'd like to invest in more like momentum stocks, trendy stocks. Not a huge allocation, but even if I can assess the fundamentals or get a good handle on the valuation of it, but it still might be worth a position, and maybe that collectively is like it could be 10, 20, maybe even 30% of the portfolio. I don't know. but like it would have been a good idea back in the huge sell-off back in March and April. Like, you didn't know what was going to bounce back the strongest. You didn't know what was going to bounce back the strongest. And as it turned out, tech did crush it. And that would have been a great opportunity for that rotation into value to happen. I remember thinking that. And I was heavy into value, and like a week passed from that S&P 5, the low of the S&P 500. I'm thinking like, shit, I think I may have messed up. I wish I had bought more of the growthier stocks. And I didn't. And I'm like, I almost immediately, it was like a week later or 2 weeks later, and I thought, damn, that's one thing I would have done differently. But in Tesla would have been one of them. Any of them. Apple, Amazon. As it turned out, those turned out to be hugely successful. But I even thought that back in May. It still wouldn't have been a huge position, but I would have allocated to. That's something I would do differently in the future, I think. Be like, all right, which ones were the best performers previously? All right, now let's allocate some to it. Okay, either battery day will be huge. Hard to tell with Elon. For me, it's different. It appears access denied. Okay, still talking about the website. VPNs allow you to access the sites outside your region. Yep. No problem. Yeah, I use a VPN because it's huge for stuff. Yep. This stream makes me want to buy more GME. Makeshift player. Beware that confirmation bias. But, whoa, Mike Shift Player says this stream makes you want to buy more GME. First of all, cheers. That's sick. That's good. But I think we're doing good analysis, right? I post that video all over. I keep on hoping people will be like, "What the hell is that?" Like, you don't talk about the downside, so I feel as though we're doing good analysis, and it's the bears that I am a little bit I'm suspicious of the thesis. So that's not that. Makeshift is just having a laugh, right? Makeshift, you're the one who made me laugh when you say, "Are these all recommendations?" I thought that was funny. So, but your point, thank you. I think that's. But then I think, is this an echo chamber, right? Are we all just gotta be careful of that? Gotta be careful of that. Trey, PS5 officially confirmed to begin tomorrow. Okay, so the pre-order is officially confirmed to begin tomorrow. Interesting. So can you not even pre-order right now? Oh, okay. GameStop's back online. I'm catching up. I saw people on Twitter have receipts with their PS5 pre-order. Oh, shit, they do. So some people are taking a long time to handle requests. Really need to know if they will take trades towards PS5. Oh, they certainly will, right? Why would they not take trades towards PS5? Trey is a Power Up Rewards member. Thanks for sharing, Trey. I was just curious. I already saw an article about it. Yeah, same. I tried to pre-order. It keeps crashing. Dang. I know that Roaring Kitty will buy a PS5 and give it as a prize for one of the subscribers. Ooh, that's a good idea. Let me make a note of that. Or any of them, right? It doesn't have to be. What the hell's that pen? It doesn't have. It could be any of them. I mean, hopefully GameStop goes so well. None of us care. Like, hopefully it just keeps on going up. We're all happy. If we will do that, is that a thing? That stream? That seems like it should be a thing, Hugo. That people give stuff away to like subscribers and stuff. I feel like that's a good idea. I mean, we're just having some fun, right? So, I like that. I like the checking out the GameStop line and stuff. These are good ideas. Oh, in the merch too. I like these. Merch. Console rises. I like that idea. That seems kind of fun. But Hugo. This goes without saying. It's got to be a disc version. ain't nobody getting the digital version, right? That goes without saying. Don't even try. Don't even try. What's the other? Oh yeah, merch. Sick. All right. Okay. William Invest. I really don't want to ruin the opener at my old store tomorrow. Trading in my old. Why would that ruin the opener at your old? Oh, because does it take time, William? Is that why? Oh, I see. You're saying that they take the trade-ins as part of the pre-order. I understand. I think that's what you're saying. So you don't want to ruin the opener by. Maybe you're saying that. I have no idea. I'll catch up. Oh, I think I'm getting close. Sir, come on. Invest. Yeah. Prayers for my local GameStop opener tomorrow. Shit. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, I know. I see on the subreddit too when they get when it's gonna be like a big gaming release day or a big day, they're like, oh shit, like having a laugh about it, right? It's like, here it comes, Godspeed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not sure when those deals are being active though. Okay, I'd rather just trade in. You invited Michael Berry on his Twitter for your live stream. Did he come? Maybe he came. Maybe he came and he just didn't chat. Well, let's just say that he did join. Maybe he joined. And he was just a silent viewer and just kind of taking it all in, right? I had to join, right? I had to invite him. I saw him tweet. At first, I didn't think of it. I'm like. I just said, I was surprised. I think that's the first time he's publicly tweeted. He didn't say GameStop or anything like that, but I believe that was the first time he just tweeted about gaming. And I thought, oh shit, even Barry. And after today's price action, right? I'm like, oh shit, Barry, get your live stream going. But then I'm like, oh, let's invite him, right? And yeah. Oh shit, Trey. They already have game bundles for these console. What? Oh yeah, no. I think Trey. I think I had seen that they already had some bundles ready to go beforehand. I don't know that you could actually order them, but they were talking it up. Where did I see that? I think I saw it on. I see it on Twitter or something, or maybe on Reddit. I don't remember. Not themed, but still. Well, if I wanted to pay full price at the moment, the website won't let me yet. Okay. Hey, I love Bitcoin too. Oh, you got the Bitcoin visit. Yeah, it's not a huge position, but it's based straight up. It's the same for me. It's the same thesis as Tesla. Maybe it's a little bit different. Two things: it's the chart and it's the psychology around it. It's I could envision it going. Just a lot of people are really excited about it, really passionate about it. To be clear, that is not complete analysis, right? I talk about there's fundamental analysis, there's technical analysis, and then there's like this psychological sentiment type thing that's really hard to pin down. And you can't. There's no real metric for it either. It's just like a feel, like you're reading a lot. It's like a vibe check. You know what I mean? Like what's the sentiment out there? How do people feel about this? And you see what y'all know what I mean, right? You see with Tesla, you see with Bitcoin, and even though it doesn't make any sense to me, right? I don't know shit. I mean, I know about Bitcoin, right? But good luck to me, Valiant. What the hell? And I've seen people attempt to, you know what I mean? That is not my style of valuation or analysis. Good props to you for giving it a shot, but that's not my style. I won't even attempt to really try to understand it because it's so out of my league. Talk about circle of competence. I'm always trying to expand my universe and try to invest in more types of things, and I don't want to rule out stuff like this just because it's I'm uncomfortable trying to analyze it. But so I'll just wait, maybe just factor in those two things, and it will never be a huge position because of that. Remember we looked at Bill Miller, and it was like a third of his portfolio. It was one thing to see he was bullish on Bitcoin, but he was like a third of his portfolio, and even I'm like, what the hell? I was excited that a value investor like him was dabbling in it, but I'm like, how could you ever have that level of confidence? So I have no idea how Bill Miller got to that level of confidence. If he has published his research about that, I would be super curious about that, his full thesis about it. Did it extend beyond the technicals and the psychology of it? Was there fundamental analysis that Bill Miller did? Regardless, I still probably wouldn't lean on that. I just couldn't feel comfortable enough. But I will take a stake based on a chart and based on the psychology behind it, and I have. I feel like I missed the boat on Tesla a little bit, and now I feel it's like untouchable for me unless it breaks out again. But now it's so hot. People have said that before. It's like so. What is it? $500 million? What is it? It's just crazy. What's the market cap? Wow, 400. Wasn't it like 500? But Bitcoin, yeah. So I get the. Oh, anyway. So this was my. And I would look at. Is this weekly? Yeah, this is weekly. Check this shit. This is bullish. This is bullish. Let's do some voodoo. Talk about voodoo. Ooh. Where's that line at? Talk about some basic. This is the thing. These types of investments, like a Tesla, and a Bitcoin, like there's other ones too, like some Momo type stuff, and even like commodities to a degree. They follow technical analysis more true. What a bad phrase. I feel like technical analysis is more reliable for those types of plays because a lot of people are in the same boat. But like, I have no idea. I don't know what Tesla's worth. I don't know what Elon Musk is talking about. I don't know what these Bitcoin folks are talking about. But I'll do my best to analyze a chart, and I feel like it trades true to the charts. Maybe ultimately it won't prove to be that way, but so far Tesla is like, it's increased my confidence in technical analysis the way it's performed. And then let's see if Bitcoin takes off. If Bitcoin takes off, let's see. This is another experiment here. This looks a little bit bullish to me. I mean, it's not quite out of this. Look at these lines. I don't know. This is marginal analysis, but it's enough for me. This little breakout above this flag or pennant, whatever the hell it is. The technical analysis people are going to join, call me out. It just looks bullish. You know what I mean? Well, what's your price target? Yeah, I think it's going higher. What's the chart look like? It looks bullish. I don't care about the precise stuff. And but anyway, I will take a stake on that. So other folks, I'm not. Yeah, Bitcoin. That's a popular one. So thanks for sharing, Makeshift. I wouldn't say I love Bitcoin. It's just a position in the portfolio. This is something I wouldn't have touched years ago, but as I talk about my investment style maturing, and like I say too, my style 5 years from now is going to evolve even more. I'm probably going to look back at what I'm doing right now and laugh at myself. I'm going to be like, oh, what were you doing? But you don't feel bad about that, right? We don't feel bad about that. That's growth. That's education. That's how you you test shit out, get your ass kicked by it, see how it goes, and that's why I don't love the circle of competence angle. I feel like it's not a cop out, but I just be like, don't. I mean, it's not a cop out. So let me rephrase that. I mean, certainly if you've you reach a point where even I myself, certain things out of my circle of competence. But as you're trying to grow as an investor, don't have a circle of competence too soon. You know what I mean? That circle of competence, you may have it, but do your best to have it expand over time. Expand that universe so that you have more competence about things. You know what I mean? So like, Bitcoin may crash. It may crash tomorrow, and I'll be like, oh shit, okay, that didn't work out as I thought it would, and that's a test, that's an experiment. But I wouldn't know. I'm more dialed in because I'll take the position. You know what I mean? That what they say about having a legitimate position, like a real money on the line, you get more dialed into this stuff, you care more. That shit's totally true. That's totally true. So let's see what happens. But that's the extent of my Bitcoin analysis. Okay, William, he's long Bitcoin too. That's for my grandkids. I want my damn PS5. Makeshift, do you have a video going over your portfolio? I want to check it out. No, I don't. I have video. If you check the Roaring Kitty channel, I have videos out where I talk about the spreadsheets, and you can see some of the holdings, but now it's a little bit dated. Not by much. It's a lot of the same positions, but they're like 2 hours, so I apologize for that. But I'm just trying to walk you through. We didn't even get to the spreadsheets lately. You know what I mean? Like this tracker spreadsheet, the fundamental spreadsheet. I go through that. I don't really. That's an idea though. What I wanted to do makeshift was spin up, like the GameStop videos are really, I put a lot of time into it because I put a lot of research into it, but a lot of my plays, I'm not as dialed into them. But even still, I feel as though I could put together a quick 1 minute video on each ticker. That way you could, I don't like that you have to watch a 3 hour stream and have to ask me my opinion on a stock. I should just put up a video, 60 seconds, so you can go check, why is Roaring Kitty bullish on New Gold or whatever the hell it is, or Resolute Force, it doesn't matter. And then you at least get my quick take as of that date. And it's kind of a drag. You can't do that right now. I hope to work toward that over time. That's why I always like this feedback. It helps shape how I'm thinking about shit. But right now, I haven't had the time to do that. But I don't have a video where I walk through each thing. That's kind of what I try to do that during the streams when we're not talking about GameStop so much. This isn't a complaint. I'm just saying we're talking about so much about GameStop. I haven't spent as much time on the Roaring Kitty port. Here's a quick check. I know, because it sucks. Because you don't care about, this is important, right? You don't care about the picks. This is important for you to know. These aren't recommendations. That look at that whole GameStop. Oh, we got to look at the daily movers to see GameStop at the top. We never see that. These aren't picks. There's a lot of nuance here, and this is to Makeshift's point. It sucks because you couldn't just be like, oh, that's a high conviction pick for the Roaring Kitty portfolio, because it's not. Some of these up here, they might be fairly valued. I haven't trimmed yet, so that's what Makeshift's saying. Like, well, is there a video where you just walk through all these and at least talk about them briefly? Or I assume that's what you're saying, Makeshift. It doesn't exist right now, but I can envision how that could be helpful. But I would prefer, it just takes a lot of time. It would be prefer to have just a quick video about each of these, so you don't have to spend. That's like my goal over time as this channel evolves. Let's see, that's my hope. And there'll be fewer positions and stuff. I just gotta try to figure out. I gotta figure out the plan. But thanks for that. That helps me. Okay. Bitcoin too, long Bitcoin. Do you have a video going over your portfolio, Trey? What are your thoughts on stocks adjacent to GME like ATVI? This is the thing. And someone said the Funko. I think it was William. In the gaming stuff. I mean, even Microsoft broadly, but those aren't my types of. What's the market cap on ATVI? That's like what's the market cap here? Like $60 billion. Like that's I'll deal in big, the most I might deal in is 5 billion, 10 billion max, except maybe for those growthier, trendier plays, I'll up the market cap, but I don't have an inch here. And also, the console rollout is marginal for ATVI. I mean, it's helpful, but what's it going to go up? 20%, 30% on the news? How many games they got coming out? Is it already priced in? That's why I view, it's important when I classify GameStop as a pure play. It's a pure play on gaming where, the console refresh itself, the new console cycle itself is the catalyst, whereas ATVI, Activision, they're just going to keep rolling out games over time, and whether or not there's new consoles or not, and so it's just kind of a marginal. It's important, but it's just not going to have as much of an impact. I don't have much of an edge with a company of this size, with the gaming producers, but if you're looking out long-term, if you're looking out really long-term, like Buffett style, I could envision being bullish on this. It's highly unlikely I would take a position, but Gaming's kicking ass. So any way you can play that gaming angle seems like it could be bullish. Just for a quick take. Okay. What are your thoughts on? Oh, I've noticed your position. Oh, so you know what happened? I don't know if you remember this, Jordan, but I had a stop loss. It got triggered. After earnings. And here's the breakdown. Yeah, you see 5%, but we're always down to 0%. Stop loss got triggered. See what I mean? And I didn't forget this time. I forgot that night, and then it got triggered, and then I saw the cash position increase. I'm like, oh shit, what happened? I'm like, oh shit, the stop loss got triggered. I have other positions too, right? But that explains that. Good catch, Jordan. You're really paying attention to the details. That stuff matters. So that's why it got stop. And then I was thinking too, it's already an outsized position. And so I thought about it the next day, and then it got a little bit more. It started to look a little bit more bullish. And then I'm like, all right, maybe I'll hedge a little bit. Maybe it will take some time to unfold. And then I thought, what great news would it be if it just bounces right back? So it's a little bit of a bummer for the Roaring Kitty portfolio specifically that I didn't immediately add right back. But isn't this a great? This is the thing, when you already have an outsized position. I was playing the breakout, and it is looking like it could have been a messed up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always trying to tweak these types of decisions. In my decision this time, it was a conscious move. Sometimes I have said, I didn't even, like back in March, I give myself a pass in March and April, as many people should, for any decisions you were making. There was just so much moving. I had stop losses get triggered, and I didn't realize it because I had so many different positions in a portfolio, and it got triggered, and I didn't realize it, and I forgot about it, and I was like, how is this down in the portfolio? I just missed out. Now, this time I didn't. I forgot about it that night. But when I woke up and I saw the cash, I'm like, oh, shit, it got triggered. And I'm like, all right. And then I'm like, on Thursday, what day? Let me just see the daily. And I was thinking through, like, all right, let's just see if it takes a little bit of time. This is a hell of a bounce back. Clearly, I didn't think it would come back this quickly, as I'm doing a very quick post-mortem as to why I didn't add it back. This, in my mind, truly, even through yesterday, I didn't think this was bullish enough. It's like, okay, maybe it's just a quick add back. This was the day. This was the big day. And it was so big, it's almost like, it happened so quickly. I'm like, oh shit, now. Like, I'm not going to add today. I can't do it emotionally. I can't do it. I can't add on that initial breakout. I've said that on the streams. That value investor in me, I need to buy more on the pullback. And because I had just added that, I layered it on for earnings, thinking we might get the pop, as many people did. Perhaps that was a mistake. But because I was managing that position differently, I tossed a stop loss in there. But like, all right, if we don't get the pop, I don't want to have this increased exposure to it. Just sell. And then hopefully I'll have some time to layer it back on as time passes. I wanted to see how the price was going to, like, I wasn't kidding. Like, when I was on the stream, I'm saying, what do we do now? We track the price action to see what's going to happen. And then it was down, and then down a little bit, and it looked like a little bit of a retest. But I care more about the weeklies. I do. I'm looking at the daily, but I'm like, all right. So we had one weekly candle test. That's still the daily. We had one. And I'm like, all right, let me just see what happens. And wouldn't you know, boom, boom. and then the market opens back up on Monday, Tuesday. It's like boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready. But what a great problem to have. You know what I mean? That's why I like to, when I have the conviction, I like to have the allocation, and I want to be satisfied no matter what the outcome is. So that was a marginal decision that I didn't care. I didn't care if the stop loss got triggered. I'm like, all right, it didn't work out this time. And maybe I got the odds a little bit wrong. I did lean bullish going into it. Maybe I got that wrong because so many people were talking about it. Maybe I should have been more 50-50. So this is my real-time analysis of that decision. And now I'm like, but I'm happy it's going up, you know what I mean? So I'm like, whatever, it's already a big position. That's not to say I still won't add, but I'm not going to add just yet. I'll right now I'll keep on hoping it goes up. But if it does retest, now I feel confident. Maybe by the end of this week, let's see what it does tomorrow. Let's see what it does the next day. Now I'm worried. Now I'm not worried, but now you got Barry talking about it. You get the PS5 announcement. You get the pre-orders kicking off. Now I'm like, damn, maybe I did just get this I'm not that good at the short-term timing stuff. I'm trying to learn. You're seeing me trying to learn, trying to get better at this stuff. I'm a value investor. So these tweaks and stuff, this is me trying to get incrementally better. That's why part of the reason I picked up the trying to pick up technical analysis for these types of decisions. I hope to get better at it over time. So that's, anyway, astute observation, Jordan. Props. And I've just been thinking, just kind of watching. But today, what a move today. It was a little bit slow moving today too. But check this out. Oh, let me see that intraday. Did you notice that? Why did it do that? I can't do the intraday? What's up with that? That's kind of weird. Oh, because I did this? What if I take this out? Oh, interesting. It had an issue because there was a little bit slow. What's today? 16th. So it was a little bit slow, you know what I mean? It wasn't like out of the gate. Sometimes it's out the gate. Sometimes the pre-market's like boom, 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 boom. But I think a lot of stuff was up today. So it kind of happened over time, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch. I'll just tweet. I just enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? it's almost a conscious decision to be like, I'm not making a move right now. I'm just gonna watch, see what happens, see what unfolds, and then make the decision after. Then let's see what we chat about during the stream. Let's see what analysis we uncover, what we talk about, and that could influence my thinking a bit. But today was about following that price. It could sell off tomorrow. You know what I mean? So right now I don't feel as though I miss out. But like I said, it felt just a little bit squeezy today. When I say squeezy, I don't know what the hell I mean. I mean like you'll see a price jump like 10 cents, 20 cents, even on a price point of $8. Like you'll see it like it leaps in the volatility as Daly had mentioned, like boom, 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 and it's like it kind of feels like the shorts are panicking a little bit, not super squeezy, but a little bit squeezy. For the first time, I thought yeah, it feels a little bit like it, but it's not confirmed yet, not done, but yeah, we'll see. Good call, Jordan. I submit my name for PS5 sweepstakes. We'll add William to it. Jordan, I've seen pre-orders live for West, but only tomorrow for the East Coast. Canada, FYI, maybe different for the US. Interesting. Do it and write it out for Ryan Kitty. Okay, Makeshift. Great idea. Laugh my ass off. Makeshift. No digital. No digital. Right. Yeah, no digital. Hell no. Are you crazy? Sweepstakes. Now that is an idea. My man Hugo. Let's go. Let's go, Hugo. Props. Great idea. Great idea. Oh, shit, but would I need to pre-order? Oh, I should probably pre-order some of this shit, huh? Oh, shit, I didn't think about that. Maybe I'll have to, huh? When you get it at the time you pick it up, right? Okay. Poor kids get it very overwhelmed in the mornings. I have the Advanced Warfare. They get overwhelmed. The GameStop folks, yep. They get overwhelmed in the mornings with everyone there. I have the Advanced, yep. I've been there, worked an entire Black Friday, start to finish, 2017. William has worked at GameStop. He worked an entire Black Friday, start to finish. Let's pour one out. For one. Props. We know that ain't easy. That retail ain't easy, but especially at a GameStop on a Black Friday, props. Craziest day of my life, yeah. Now I'm simping over stock and proud of it. Too bad Halo got delayed indefinite. Oh, did it? Yeah, shit. The only problem with Trey says the only problem with Power Up Rewards is that it really offers little to value to me as a consumer. A little discount on used games, which is okay, but there's no actual value proposition on new sale. Could that change over time, Trey? Trey, do you think that there's a value add for Amazon Prime members? You know, to compare and contrast the two, or for other retail memberships that you may have? Because even though that may be the case right now for you, Trey, you know best. You're the consumer. You know whether or not it's adding value to you. Could you envision them offering some other shit that you would like? And you'd be like, you know what? Now I am it is adding value to me. Maybe the same day delivery or stuff, whatever it is. I'm just curious. But thank you for sharing that. Trey says, nah, just delayed to 2021. Yeah, I knew. Well, right. No set date. There's no set date for it. Yeah, no date though. Just delayed a couple of months. At the very least, a couple months. $5 off coupon once a month is cool. I think that's what they were offering. Yep, William. I heard they did it because people complained about the graphics. For the Halo review. I heard some of those reviews. It wouldn't surprise me. That was a neat themed console. I wish I had something like that. Trey, yeah, people were saying it was a last gen game. I think it was being polished though. Yep. Remember when sometimes they released movies? Oh, what was that movie? They released some movie a while back, and like the graphics like was shit. It was like, what the hell is it? Well, first of all, you remember the Sonic one, right? Remember that wasn't so much graphics. That was like, what the hell is this Sonic? And I kind of grew up with Sonic too, and everyone was like, "What the hell is this Sonic?" That one was pretty funny. I was thinking about something else. There was another movie that came out, and that was like the graphics just weren't that good, and they had to go back and fix it. Y'all probably know. I can't remember, but it's kind of maybe that's kind of the case with the Halo too. Everyone's like, "What the hell is this?" And then the developer's like, "Oh shit, we gotta fix this. Shut it down. Shut it down." Funny but not funny, right? It sucks for the consumers because they want to play the game, but it's good to get it right though. You respect that, you know. I personally love the gold accent on the console. I remember the GameStop employee told... Oh, yeah, Trey. People were playing it. All right. The console scratched up. Am I close? Oh, man. Am I still... All right. I'll get there. Okay. I personally love the gold accent. Yep. I suggest you check the BYD company is a Chinese EV company that has better fundamentals than Tesla. Better fundamentals than Tesla? Does Tesla have fundamentals? All right, I'll make a note of that. I do make notes. So a lot of folks have reached out to me about checking out tickers. I want you to know that if I haven't responded or replied, I've taken a note of it. And I have looked at some, and I was hoping that we'd get to it on the stream. We might, just been so much happening with GameStop lately. dominating the conversation in a good way. But if you've sent me something, I've probably made a note of it, and I was hoping that I'd get to it on the stream. So feel free to shoot me some stuff. Someone mentioned a stock last night. Who was it? Philly Steaks there. And he mentioned AFI, and I had researched AFI. That's why I did respond to that one. I'm like, oh shit, I looked at that one a number of months back. I may have had a position short or long. I can't even remember, but I definitely researched. I can't remember what I did, but I'm like, oh nice. So I do want to look back at AFI just because that was one that I did know. And I remember thinking it was a potential binary outcome where it was either, let me see that chart. I remember thinking at this time, like, oh, it's probably screwed. It could be bankrupt. It had a lot of debt. And I didn't know how they were going to perform in this new environment, and so I remember thinking, it probably could go up quite a bit because the book value, as Philly mentioned on the tweet on the Twitter. I said, oh my god, in the tweet that it had a high book value. It was like $11 or something. So I remember thinking, oh shit, well if it survives, this could be a multi-bagger, but I wasn't sure. It's not on the portfolio now, is it? I never even checked. I was responding from my phone. I'm like, when I get to the computer, I'll check. It could be in here. Come on, that'd be sick if it were. It is. Oh, it's a nominal position. Oh, I gotta update Philly. So I had there you go. So I did have a position. I had a long position. Now it's a nominal position, which makes me think I had bought it at one time. Let's see. When would I have got stopped out? I might have bought it right around here. Maybe I bought it in March, and I probably had a stop loss. And when it broke down here, shit, which was a mistake, right? Damn. I probably had a stop loss below, like right around here, and it got triggered. There you go. I didn't even remember it was in there, but now that it's 0.0% of the portfolio, which means I just got, I don't even know, a few shares maybe, but it's not up that much though. It's not. Oh, is it up today? It is a double or triple, but believe it or not, that's not that much. There's been 5 baggers and 10 baggers. There's been plenty of 5 baggers and 10 baggers. So that's not that much. And if it were book value $11 and it was legit, then there could be another double or another triple, which is why I was like, oh shit, I should check this back out. Because if the chart looks, this is lazy fundamental analysis, but this is why I look at the chart. The charts can be a shortcut to be like, well, at the time I thought maybe they're going to struggle fundamentally, but this chart so far has indicated, well, at least it's not dead. And at the time I remember just thinking, well, it's either dead, it's either toast, or it could be a multi-bagger. So now it kind of already is a multi-bagger. You know what I mean? I wouldn't buy that. I have to dig back in, but I wouldn't buy it for a double. Like if you're dealing in a really risky stock, like it's got a lot of hair on it and shit, you want a triple. You want a 4-bagger because then it gets risky. But that was what Philly had said. I'm glad he said the book value. I like that type of margin of safety. I mean, book value isn't always a reflective of fair value or accurate for that matter, right? But even still, I look at it and. But anyway, okay. So anyway, sorry, Hugo, you mentioned that ticker. I made a note of that. BYD. Still at 13. Buffett has it years ago. Buffett bought it? Check. BYD company is a Chinese EV company that has better fundamentals than Tesla. Well, okay. I'll look into that, Hugo. I just want to check out these comments first. Steve, can we mention the Jeffries analysis about the app? Yes, they mentioned how there was external ads. This is a massive, considering there is another revenue stream for GME that is not priced in. That's right. So, and someone mentioned that too. Do I have it here? Oh, this was it. Yeah, we can mention it. Sick. It's right there. Yeah, this is good news. So we did mention it earlier, Steve, but yeah, if there's comments, like this is sick news, right? And then, yeah, some people responded talking about how there can be, but FYI, Steve, I mean, they have an app right now. Are they not using it as a marketing opportunity? But indeed, someone made that comment. I forget if I liked it. That was like, oh yeah, this could be an added revenue stream, right? And then the Game Informer too. There's another opportunity there. And even though we have no idea how to value that opportunity, right? Was it here? Was it this tweet? Oh yeah, it was it. Was it James Wang? Is that it? Yeah, the affiliate marketing. Yeah. So I'm no expert on that type of stuff. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know. It could be marginal. That's not the point, right? We're always just trying to think about. This is a little bit of an edge for value investing. You can be a little bit lazier with your analysis in that protect the downside, right? Make sure that they're still going to be relevant. You can still make some free cash flows. This is an example of GameStop, a way GameStop could remain relevant. You know what I mean? Even though we have no idea, I don't think it's huge per se, Steve. Not that you're saying that. I don't think this is a huge game. I think most of us agree this isn't a game-changing opportunity for GameStop. They're going to make the lion's share of their free cash flow doing other shit, right? But even still, if you can make just a little bit, an extra 10, 20, 50 million in free cash flow, maybe that's too much. But especially if you tie it into Game Informer and everything like that, And like it just substantiates that downside case. And it's more opportunity to reinvent themselves. There's still the question mark as to whether or not they can, but I don't care as a deep value investor. I just want to make sure it's not going to zero, or it's still relevant. And I think this opportunity is way, not just because of this, but thanks for reminding me, Steve. I think this opportunity is way bigger than people realize because of the success of like companies like Chewy or Best Buy. Like Best Buy's crushing it. Remember that market cap we saw? Like there's brick and mortar retailers who can, if everything's working seamlessly and just crushing it, like even Walmart crushing it on e-commerce, like there's opportunity there. And I think even this legacy business that everyone's saying it's not going to be relevant, it's done, blah, blah, blah. I think that could even remain relevant and kick ass quite a bit more than people appreciate. And so there's the downside protection that the legacy business has. But I even think there's upside potential of the legacy business that people have completely written off. And it's shit like this, you know what I mean? Like they had bloated cost structure. They weren't doing what many businesses consider very basic business things, right? This is what I have long thought. This was what some of my early analysis noted, was that the new management team was getting involved. Then I was looking at like past managerial decisions, obviously the acquisitions, but also their management of costs and the cash conversion cycle and stuff. I'm like, they kind of looked like there was some low-hanging fruit on the cost management side of things. And I'm like, oh, that's terrific. That's terrific, because then there's the opportunity to improve the legacy business and maybe even grow it a little bit, even though that's not to say to get rid of the secular risk or anything like that. But still, can you imagine a little bit of free cash flow growth, or they get 3% simple free cash flow margins or something? Like the little stuff like this could do that, and that could be a huge unexpected boon for GameStop. So stuff like this, I like when Justin writes his articles, and sometimes he'll talk up the upside. Like I see this stuff too, and I think I don't get too excited. I'm not get crazy excited about it, but I'm like, yeah, that's sick. That's sick. And Trey, you had said something too about the Xbox All Access. I think we talked about that on the stream a little while back. Important. Same thing though. I don't think game changing type stuff, but really good, incrementally positive news that probably wasn't priced in by people. Same thing for the different payment plans. Same thing for the same day delivery. It all adds up. It accumulates, and it accumulates into a more robust bull thesis for the legacy business. To say nothing of the potential transformation that they could make. Right. It's almost like that's the thing. I remember thinking, even if the people were right that they fail at transforming themselves, right? Even if they failed, like the downside protection from the legacy business is pretty legit. It's pretty legit. Like it could be worth $500 billion, 1.5. Like I can see that. I'm not saying that that's definitely what's going to happen, but I can see it in the stock price. We talk about the run up, and everyone gets so focused on the price point, right? Myself included. I'm looking at the price. We're looking at the stock price and stuff, and what the chart is doing. Look at the market cap. 565. We haven't even taught. What is it? It's 920. Oh, jeez. It's 565. All right. So people get hung up on the price. Where's that price going? What's it doing? What's the chart showing? The damn market cap is 565. They get almost 800 million, roughly. 800 million in cash. Now that there's other liabilities, blah blah blah. We all know that. My point just being, when you're dealing with deep value stock, like forget the squeeze. There could be way more upside. This is a very small market cap for a company. What's the book value is $5-6. We traded let's say it's we know what it is. What is book value? It's about 540. What's that? Graphing calculators. 1.6 times book. A massively written down book. Book has been. Obviously the goodwill. Always view goodwill. It's a future write down. That's all it is. That's almost all. Some companies have legitimate goodwill, right? You know what I mean. But like for the companies I'm dealing in, goodwill is a future write down. I don't give a shit. And so that's a lot of the asset write downs for that. And then some inventory write downs, perhaps inventory obsolescence. And they, of course, they've been selling off some inventory, perhaps at losses at times, just so they could replenish their inventory base. And so their book value right now is what I consider quite discounted to what it could be. You see this happen with it could happen with some commodity companies too, where they write down their the commodity based assets because of what the spot price is doing, right? But that spot price might only be down temporarily, and so you get these huge write downs. But imagine when so you see this with some of the gold miners, where they have to write down. That's the thing. There's a lot of assumptions that go into the valuation of like mines and oil and gas reserves. There's a lot of stuff they can mess with, but that's not my point. My point is just that book value especially after free cash flows, incoming free cash flows that I expect to come in. I expect book value to be quite a bit higher. And in theory, I could imagine book value being like over $10 in the not too distant future, in which case we still trade below that. So when I look at the market, so when I see the price and everyone's getting like, oh, it's breaking 8, it peaked overnight, and I'm thinking it's at 565. That ain't shit. That's a still really discounted price. This is why, I mean, obviously this is a big part of my thesis, is the level of discount juxtaposed with the level of short interest. And I just viewed it to a degree, not totally, but it's a little bit of a binary outcome where either those shorts are right, which I really didn't think that I didn't think the 100% short interest, I didn't think that it was a 0 within 12 months. Or I'm right, and that it could be worth 15, 20, 25 easily. You know what I mean? So I feel like usually with those types of plays, of course, it could hit the middle ground, no problem whatsoever. But not always, but many times when I get involved with a stock like that, I'm either wrong or it's a 5-bagger. You know what I mean? So that's why, for me, some people get frustrated being, was this GME? Like, for my style of investing, just a little bit of background, like, it's people get frustrated when they sit in a position for so long, and every time they pull up, they'll listen to the quarterly call. They're like, "Yep, that time of year again. Here we go." Pull up the after hours, get sold off. You're like, another quarter, another down day, right? But with the passage of time, you can build a higher conviction level of your thesis. You can add to your position over time. You can do lots of things with that time. It can even result in a more robust thesis, as was the case for me. That's why I say in July, I was trading below 4, and I'm like, everything's looking not great, but everything's unfolding as I predicted, not predicted, but as I expected. Like, it was kind of going according to plan. That's why I was super blown away that we were below 4. What was it, 260? One of my first videos when I was putting together, I didn't quite get into that $4 price point. I wanted to be accurate in my video. It was 401. I'm like, damn, I would have loved to have it. I wanted the Yahoo Finance page to say 3. I wanted a 3 handle on there. I didn't get it. I was off by a day. I'm like, son of a. But so my my confidence in the thesis has gotten more. I've gotten higher conviction in my thesis over time because of that passage of time. So some people get pissed at this, and I'm like, nah, that's a good thing for me because I like that, because it gives me the opportunity to dig in deeper, feel the price action, feel the thesis unfold, know the story, see all the ups and downs. And it becomes a higher conviction play for me, and that's why it can be an oversized position. I often don't get to that level of analysis and conviction with most of my stocks. They just don't. There's only so many how many stocks can you, if you're an individual investor, this is why it's good to be part of a team. Many people can have this level of conviction across many stocks. But how many stocks can you do this for? You run out of time. It's this is it. So this is, I almost have to be a deep value investor, because for it to be worth my time, for me to get out, for me to put in the effort to get out of bed to research a stock, it's got to be a multi-bagger. It has to be. So this whole time I've been thinking, shit, if this works out, this could go up quite a bit. And then there was the short thesis, which was only 50%, 60%. Now it's 120%, which is just nuts. And I'm like, that could just accelerate things. That's why I said that in the video. It could happen quick. Anyway, now I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about now. Damn. I was trying to catch up, and then I go off. Okay, the Jeffries. Oh, we talk about the app. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that one I distinctly remember because I was hyped for that game. We talk about the game. Jordan, my favorite part of the stream is when you draw the lines. Just so funny. Jordan called me, bro. Oh, shit, Jordan, that's funny. When I draw the lines, yeah, because I'm like, doo-doo-doo. I talk about doo-doo-doo for the robots, but that's me. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Pablo Picasso up here, I can do it any way you want. I'm glad you think it's funny, because even I think it's funny. Even I'm like, yeah, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just a line. It's just a line that I drew with maybe some beers in me, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's do that right now. Oh, shit, Jordan, that's funny. Let's do one right here. What do we got? So I thought this was a little bit, because that was such, oh shit. There we go. There we go. There's a line, and then there's a little bit more of a line. So, so this is another reason I thought that. What's that, 11? Because it was back, so it wasn't just these, but it went back here too. That longer time frame makes it a more robust indicator. So that's why I was really homing in on the $11 range, as opposed to this one, which I found it's only a couple. Was that daily? That's weekly. It's a little bit less. But let's see what it does tomorrow. It would be interesting if it just kind of stopped there, but I don't think so. I lean more toward this one, the $10 to $12 range, And then we'll do do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. I like that box one that I did. It was just what was it? I kind of want to see. Oh, now it's not even relevant anymore. I got lazy with my naming of the stuff. It's not even relevant. It crushed it. We're out of the box. Look at that. We're in the box for 2 damn days. 2 damn days. Isn't that funny? And then, but sometimes I'll do the line too. And I mean, this is funny too, because then I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. When I'm doing the RSI stuff, sometimes I'll chart, because I think I see some people do this. I don't know. You can put a little line on the RSI stuff. I do this. You even see me do it. I did it on one of my tweets where I was tracking that intraday stuff. Like, it's not, I think some people do that, but like you can see the RSI, it's not getting sold off as much. It's not getting sold off as much. Forget the actual precise indications and so forth. When something's not getting sold off as much, doesn't it kind of feel a little bit more bullish? You know what I mean? So, and then I was doing this too, and I was like doing the long-term stuff and going like this and thinking maybe it pulls back there. It's not, you know what I mean? Then I'm just drawing lines all over the place. You know. And then we retested that one, right? Sometimes, see, I don't do this all the time. So sometimes when I have it up, I'll just start going. And let me do this too. I was looking at the intraday. And what I noticed is that, like, once what's today? 60. Once it popped on that Monday, it like kept on going up, kept on going up. And look at this. And I was never really going, this is a similar, this is the same thing. Remember I posted that, went like this. It was never really getting too sold below 50. It did it a couple times. And then people were selling off into earnings. So I viewed this as a little bit different price action. And then look at this. This is a 15, for what this is worth, it's 15 minutes. This is me doing the fun day trading. You're getting bored, you know what I mean? There's just not enough GameStop stuff coming out. And then you're like, all right. And so since Monday, it hasn't went below 50 on the RSI. That tells me it's like, all right, people going, like getting a little bit bullish. And then you do this one. So many lines, Jordan, so many lines. Look at this. It kind of lines up. Hey, it kind of lines up. Look at that one. Let's get rid of this one. Hey, look at that. Huh? It's a 15-minute chart. Who cares? Oh, God. Okay. Steve, we're looking at 60 million power up subscribers using the app. That is so. FYI, if you check out the 10K, they're not all active. Those 60 million. It's important to note that there's 60 million, but they're not all active. It's closer to 40. Just FYI, Steve. But maybe it changes. If GameStop offers more value, you may reactivate those members, right? That's part of the thesis. That's why I say the 60 million in my videos, because that's relevant. These people are part of the power of rewards. Maybe they're not active now, but they could be. This is a big digital market space that can see huge revenue. I agree. External vendors giving GME money, and with Cohen leading them forward, can be big growth, right? And Steve is tying this back into his commentary, I think, about the external ads and stuff. I agree. And people were tying that into the Game Informer stuff too, right, Steve? Like there's a lot more they could do with that. So Steve seems to think it could be really big. Indeed, maybe it could be much bigger than I appreciate, Steve. I concede that. Maybe I'm out of my element here. The benefit of a value investor, I can't be an expert on everything, but I don't have to be. But so I appreciate, especially if you have expertise here, Steve. I don't know. So maybe it could be way bigger than I realized. That's the thing. Let the upside take care of itself. Great. I'll just take your word for it, Steve. You know. Trey, GameStop PS5 online pre-orders out of stock already. Oh shit, thanks for sharing, Trey. Website's still crashing. Oh boy. No store pickup at my store for Trey. Wow, how old are you, Trey? Italy, Jill, Alaska, something. They won't sell it fast. Trying to catch up. Best Buy down 2. Is Best Buy down 2? Kidding me. Oh no, it's up. How about GameStop? Sorry, I'm doing it over on the YouTube. The YouTubes. GameStop's taking a little bit long. Best Buy did load for me, but GameStop's taking a little bit longer. Maybe GameStop's down again. Worse, RIP, no way that fast. Website crashed. Damn. They should have had that. That's a dry. I agree, though. That's a little bit of a. Talk about an app. Website. You can't have your website crash. A good problem to have, but I agree. Man. In 20, you gotta have that stuff solved. I'm kind of surprised, and you see that happen sometimes with. I'm surprised. So was Best Buy down for other folks too? That's weird. Maybe it's really. See how much demand there is to what Steven was saying earlier, that this is a huge console rollout. There's a lot of this is so. I mean, we're viewing it as people here are viewing it as negative for GameStop, but geez, if we want to put some rose-colored glasses on like this, hey, this is kind of like rose-colored glasses, right? Look at that. I did that. That it kind of speaks to the crazy demand for these products. You know what I mean? Like there's so many people that are interested about this. They're knocking down Best Buy and GameStop's websites. You know, a little bit. I could have scalpers. Though I know that Trey. Yeah, Trey's talking about scalpers. It's like the Ticketmaster too. Sucks. I have a few ATVI personally. That's why I asked. All right, Trey. Wow, I think all PS5 pre-order versions are entirely sold out. You're kidding me. Is this happening in real time? They're all sold out? What? It just happened? You're kidding me. Oh, I hope you're wrong, Trey. Oh, Makeshift player, you getting both consoles and torn. Somebody, see, that's how I'm feeling, Roaring Kitty. Oh, shit, I don't know what Roaring Kitty's talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, Makeshift. See, I get so far behind that someone will say something. I'm like, damn, what are they talking about? My bad. Could have been a mess up. Yeah, someone bought $1.2 billion in revenue. Someone thought $1.2 billion in revenue. Oops, my bad. It is surprising to bounce after 2 days. I'm catching. Okay, so that run up. I have others who didn't see the bounce back. I added 6s, sold that today. Nice job. When did I say that? Oh no, I didn't. I didn't even put it in order. I didn't even put it in order after. I had put it in order before earnings, that I had missed out on the lows, but it went quite a bit low. It went below 6. Hey, but it went below 6. It's up over 25%. You know what? So it went even low. I triggered my stop loss. So I didn't have anything. But props if you. That's good. So Jordan said he added in the 6s and then sold that today. So see, I mean, I don't know what your strategy is, Jordan, but perhaps you were managing that particular position a little bit differently. Like a little bit of a swing trading, right? You're just like, I'm going to buy here, and if it swings back up, I'll sell that. And then if it comes back down, maybe Jordan will buy more. So that's the stuff I feel like I could be better about. And it's a knock against having so many positions too. In time, I hope to be just more. You got to be on the ball with this stuff. So maybe Jordan, like if you're dialed into a stock, you kind of know. That's how I feel like Barry is with GameStop. You know when the time to trim. You know the time to add, and you don't always as on the ball with all these stocks. You know. Let's see. Trey, it does look like they're working quickly with a loading animation already on the website. Oh, that could work. Okay, is it up? Oh, I see GameStop back up. Justin. Hey, Justin. Welcome, Justin. Cheers. We've talked about you on the stream, man. GameStop is going to rocket tomorrow. So many reports of lines at GameStop and people are buying so much more than beer. Justin, welcome. We've talked about you. You need to know I appreciate your analysis on so much of your analysis on GameStop. You've been so active on Seeking Alpha. Oh, this is great. Justin's here. And you and I have pretty similar analytical styles. So I think I said this on the stream. I've often wondered that I've been nervous that you and I have been doing some of the same analysis, and I've been nervous that you and I were missing something. I'm like, damn, a lot of the stuff Justin is saying, like it's like that's how I feel about this stuff. And the whole time, Justin, I've been thinking like, shit, are the two of us missing something that's above our pay grade that we just don't get? And as it's turned, I got to catch up. I want to see. As it's turning out, Justin, it looks like it's going according to plan, as you know. But the whole time, every time you publish these reports, and as you know, Justin, because I know you're active on Seeking Alpha, a lot of the reports on companies on Seeking Alpha suck. Not just GameStop, but I mean a lot of stocks, as I'm sure you know. But the GameStop ones have been pretty damn good, and I say that in one of my GameStop videos, especially the bullish ones with GameStop. I felt that it's always the bullish folks seem to be more security analysts, like you and I and a lot of folks on this channel. And the bearish ones, they tend not to be like. I feel like they're not. It doesn't feel like they like tied into reality. I don't know, but this has made me nervous that you and I were missing something. We'll see what happens, right? We could always be wrong, but cheers to you already, Justin. But let's hope this works. Oh, this is great, cool, Justin. Okay, I hope you're right, by the way. Let's see if it rockets. We never know, but it's tough to forecast that sentiment and stuff. But indeed, all else equal, you want that. Someone said GameStop was trending. Maybe you saw that, and that's good news. And then Barry was tweeting about. Oh, you about to say that? Hold on, did I just see that? I know what you mean, man. I recently lost a job. That's why I'm door dashing. Ah, shit. Sorry, Makeshift. That's yeah. What a tough year 2020's been for a lot of folks. Trey, wait, their ultimate bundle still has pre-orders available. Justin, GameStop is selling $880 bundles online. Yeah, those exclusive bundles are. So we mentioned on the videos. That's something that GameStop can offer. Other folks can offer bundles too, but like GameStop is like the expert on this type of stuff. You know, they can crush it and offer maybe not exclusive bundles, but bundles that no one else is. And that's like really like $800 bundles. There you go. Like that's no joke. And I think this is the time where more people will buy buy more accessories. Like they're getting a new console, they're getting new games, they want new sick shit, they want all this stuff. And so like an $800 bundle, I didn't see that, Justin. Thanks for sharing. Let's get Barry on here now. I tried, Justin. I tried to invite him on Twitter. I promise. He may have been here. We're all convinced. We're convinced, Justin, he was here. That he was just a silent We're convinced he was here. So we'll just choose. What was it? I choose to believe invalid truths. You remember that from, what was it? Oh, get him to the Greek. Get him to the Greek. That was what P. Diddy said. Shit, that's funny. Okay, Trey Daniel. Man, that sucks. That's why I feel blessed to be a developer so I can work in this environment. Yeah, it does suck. Losing a job in this environment sucks. Sorry, Makeshift. Jordan, but hopefully DoorDash is working well. You are DoorDashing. I hope that's working out well. I've heard some good things. I heard it just depends. It's a better fit for some people, so I hope it's going well, Makeshift. Come on, do some lines on those charts. We are here for that. So some people, Jordan's here for the lines on the charts, and the cheers and the beers. Hey, cheers and beers. That's something we can run. But then other folks are here. I'm here for the confirmation bias. We're all here for our weird reasons. You know, what a riot. That's sick. Oh, shit, Jordan. All right, yeah, man, but I hated my job, too. I'm an econ major, and it's difficult finding a job that relates to my job market. It's okay. Daily, cheers, Kitty, cheers, Daily. Welcome back. I got in a little late tonight. What a day for GME. Chart looks like one big bull flag today. Sick, Daily. So he sees a bull flag in there. That's right, I did see that. So yeah, look at this. This is the 15-minute. Let's give Justin some more lines. Justin's trying to do not those types of lines. Excuse me, not Justin. Jordan's not trying to do those types of lines. Not those types of lines. Jordan's wants some lines in the chart. You know what I mean? So this is the 15-minute, but I think maybe is this what you're talking about, Daily? Look at these, ridiculous. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this, like a bull flag. Is that it? I'll try to catch up. Daily. But I did notice that a little bit. Yeah, right. Look at that. It's kind of like, is it consolidated? And then we see it's up after hours, but that's kind of meaningless. We'll see what it does tomorrow. Trey, yeah, I got you. I mean, I still don't know exactly what kind of job I want to do. I hate some things about my job. Yeah, job market. Oh, I just skipped ahead of me. So sometimes I'll be scrolling, right? And I think if someone types as I'm scrolling, it pops it down to the bottom. I got to scroll back up. Oh, shit, I got to catch up. Oh, shit, it's 9:40. I got to go quick. Yeah, I got you. A lot of momentum. It would seem. Pre-orders, general excitement, just people having to talk about GameStop. I agree. The people talking about GameStop in a more positive light. This was always part of the thesis, right? As you just get closer to the consoles, that's it. There's been no big news. What news have we gotten? What GameStop-related news, GameStop-specific news have we gotten since the earnings release? Not much. A little bit, but not much. But that momentum matters. People talking about GameStop, it's relevant. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, people say, Barry's involved with this? Wait, Ryan Cohen's involved with this? Wait, Justin's writing articles about this. Jordan's bullish on it. You know what I mean? Like Rowan Kitty's talking about this, and then it just started. It's like these rose-colored guys. So I agree with you, Daily. Just people talking about it in a more positive light, it can help change that narrative. That's what I mean. That's why if today is the start of something, today might be the start. We'll see. But I agree. A lot of momentum. Momentum's looking good, and believe me, all the GameStop longs have been waiting for this for so long that because it's a deep value. I mean, it's a deep value stock, right? That this thing could have some legs. Pre-orders are sold out almost everywhere. Hey, Jan, welcome. I called my local GameStop, and they said all stores. Oh, my God, it's already sold out in 5 minutes? Shit. Justin, I was able to just add the bundle in a cart online. Ultimate PlayStation 5. Oh, shit. Okay, so Justin, were you able to pull the trigger, Justin? Trey, Amazon Prime and Walmart Plus offer huge value. There you go, too. So I had asked Trey if the other ones offer value to him. So he's saying they offer huge value, whereas the GameStop membership doesn't as of right now. Getting things in 2 days-ish for Amazon, Walmart, getting groceries delivered straight to my home is epic. I hate shopping at the store for that. All right, thanks for sharing, Trey. I was asking Trey, is there anything that the other folks offer that really adds a lot of value? So that's it. But hopefully GameStop can do more on that front too. Trey, I may be forced to buy an Xbox if all the Trey may be forced to buy an Xbox if all the PlayStation sold out. Don't makeshift. Don't forget to leave a like, people. Yes, thank you. They say those YouTube algorithms, the likes, and then the other one. Oh, and subscribing is important. I don't know. We're just having. Thank you, Makeshift. I think you might have reminded people before, and if that is helping, that's great. So thank you for that reminder. I tried to include it because that's what people do. I don't know. Harsh Patel. Oh, holy shit! Check this out. GameStop corporate ratings affirmed. Off credit watch. Unexpected improve. Oh, nice find, Harsh. I didn't see that. So is that Moody's? Did Moody's upgrade already? Is that an upgrade from Mood? Oh shit, that could be a good find. I didn't see that. When is that? Ah, shit. Damn, I wish I let you GameStop rating. So what I do is Moody's. So I got to look this real quick because this isn't. I agree, an upgrade on that front could be important. And then I'll do. Oh, I should just show you what I'm doing. Sorry, when I click Command T, so I use GameStop corporate ratings affirmed. I'm just adding some words and then say Moody's, something like that, and then I change it to 1 week or day, 24 hours, doesn't matter. Sometimes it's publicly available. Ah, shit. Okay, I'll look again later, but thanks for that heads up. I'm low on time. I want to get through this chat. Oh, was that it? Oh, watch this. I agree. I read it. I promise. Moody's, if you're in the stream, I read this. I read this in the past. I did. Is that GameStop? Oh, it's not GameStop, is it? Ah, shit. Oh, is it? the remaining? No, I don't think it is. No, it's not. Okay, I'll find it. I'll find it another time. I wish I let you. S&P affirm GameStop ratings. Shit. Is it? Oh, it's S&P. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll find it. But thanks for that heads up. I'll track it down. Sometimes it's just right there when you search. What other words did you say? I just need some like keywords. That's usually enough to find it. I'm surprised I'm having trouble right now. Outlook stable. All right, you probably just saw a headline for it, and that's usually adequate. But one more time. Whatever. Okay, I'll check it later. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, but that's big news. Talk about another upgrade. Talk about the price target upgrades. That's another upgrade, and one that I kind of forgot about. That could be a big one. That's why I was like trying to find it, because I mean your credit starts getting upgraded and stuff. Talk about people talking. Nice find, Harsh. Makeshift. Yeah, that's a compelling factor. Them having more money than market cap. You know what I mean? It's not the whole thesis, as Justin has pointed out many times in his articles, but it's like it's something to remember. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a compelling factor. Justin, they have $5 a share in net cap. Yep. Justin's on here. Sweet. Yeah, I'm catching up. All right, great work. And I say, yeah, cheers, Justin. Sick. Jordan saying thanks to Justin. Makeshift. Yeah, but I feel like it increases the likelihood of receiving credit if they need it. Yeah, sure. Justin, haha, I have been waiting for him to notice. Thanks, Jordan. I'll be on for another minute or two. Oh, shit, did I miss you, Justin? Damn, okay. Okay, Justin was fielding questions in the chat. This is sick. All right. What's Seeking Alpha? Seeking Alpha Makeshift. Justin posted a bunch of solid articles. He's done a very good job battling the bears is very active on that front, kind of putting to bed some of the bearish claims out there. I applaud your efforts, Justin. Jeez, the work you do on that front, just so much. It's just so much. I see how active you are, and every time I'm like, all right, Justin covered. Justin's got this. Let's see. What price? Eduardo said, welcome, Eduardo. What price do you think it could potentially go into a squeeze? Really, I have no target, but it could go up crazy high. It could go up 15, 20, 50, 100. I know, Justin, we mentioned your article last stream. Like, I think you mentioned $100 or $1,000. No, in no way the likely outcome, and I know Justin would agree with that, but a possibility. In crazy scenarios, I think that VW went up, what is it, like 5x, 6x, something, and it was the most valuable company in the world. Maybe 5x isn't as crazy for a stock like GameStop, but right now, 5x from this point will be $40, $50. So, but if there was some crazy outcome where there was like a buyout opportunity or something where they needed to track down the shares or something, in theory, they need to get those shares so you could get something crazy. So you have to have imagination about that, even though might not be a likely outcome. But it could go very high, Eduardo. That's all I can say. Makeshift. Nice. Go up to Jordan. That was great. Thank you, Justin Bale. Justin, I really don't think a situation like this has ever existed before. I agree, Justin. I've never seen anything like this. That doesn't mean something's going to happen. A lot of the stuff I say, I know Justin would agree with. That doesn't mean anything's going to happen. But yeah, how do you assess what's going to happen? There's been no precedent for something like this. It doesn't mean anything's going to happen, but still, it becomes difficult to analyze a setup like that. All you would just think is you don't want to be short. That's why I keep saying, I'm like, what the hell? I might be wrong, but the shorts are definitely wrong to put on that trade. Whatever. It is very similar to VW with the German sovereign fund. Yes, Joe, we have said that it's as close to the VW setup as you can get for any stock publicly traded. Let's put it this way. If there's a scenario where brokers are forcing short sellers to cover due to margin calls, there's no possible way that they could find enough shares. I don't know if I agree with that, Joe. It still seems like it's possible if enough of those same shares trade back and forth. I can entertain the possibility that it's not. It just seems high. It seems super unlikely. But Justin's just, as he always is, he's talking about that possible super bullish outcome that not enough people are talking about, in my opinion. So I do agree with sharing it, but it may not be Justin's base case either. But so the longs could essentially set whatever price they wanted. Jordan, questions. I really care about buybacks and Cohen, but can you explain why management? Oh, this is sick. Let's back and forth in the chat. Didn't buy anything in August or after late. Such a missed opportunity. The thousands is not as possible, but no way I'm holding that long, right? So none of us would, right? It's possible. Yeah, it's not impossible. I like that phrasing too. That's like a. Do you have a price target, Justin? Justin, that's very true, Justin. I gotta get this. I agree, very disappointing. I knew there was resistance to buying the stock, but I was shocked they didn't buy more bonds at a discount. Really poor board of director decisions, potentially. Justin, I've been saying it may be stuff, they may know stuff we don't. that for some reason they couldn't. I don't even just mean the credit agreements, but there may have been other factors we didn't know about when we're just too in the dark because we're OPMIs. I'm not saying that's definitely the case. It's just something I've been like, maybe that for some reason they couldn't, because it's such an obvious move, Justin, right? The debt or the buyback or the stock buy. It's like such an obvious thing that, and they have. I mean, the activists are talking to them. They're not. I don't think they're dumb, but so that makes me think like, what do they know that I don't know? I believe fundamentally that GameStop is worth over $20 a share. That's what Justin's saying. Steve, Justin, thank you for your essay article, and I really think we stick it to that Ian guy who was short. We always appreciate when the shorts will share something, like a legitimate short. He has an exit plan, and I even forgot who I was talking about, Justin. However, I do believe people will have the opportunity to sell well above that, but it will have nothing to do with the fundamentals. Well, if there's a squeeze, I'm still not sure there'll be a squeeze, Justin. Steve, I think Ian is bankrupt. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. His brokerage is calling him now asking for money. Oh, jeez. And crazy to me that there are not people in GME. I think having a plan to sell in parts is smart. This is Justin. Welcome. Jordan, I think most saw 550 as major support and was waiting to buy. I decided to buy a little before that support. Jordan probably talking about his decisions. That doesn't always work. But yeah, it doesn't always work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You're just playing the odds. That's all. I respect that, Jordan. But yes, that was a new swing trade, different from a long-term hold position. Props. It sounds like you did a good job with that one. And I'm not saying you will make mistakes, but sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And each one is a test and an experiment to see, all right, this kind of informs future decisions. I bought it, it's 567. Justin, yeah, I saw it was trending. I think, okay, so Justin saw it was trending. I think this could become a cult like that. Yeah, so I don't think enough people talk about, I'm not saying it would become a cult type stock, but it has the types of attributes that people would be like, holy shit, Barry's involved, Cohen's involved, Reggie's on the board. Gaming is thriving. There's new consoles coming out. There's short interest. It has the factors that people are like, holy shit. So I agree with you on that, Justin. Could get a lot of attention to the Robin Hooders for sure. And feels like an apron right now. That short squeezed a bit. It doesn't appear any covering was happening today. The higher this goes without covering, the bloodier it's going to get. I tend to agree. Isn't that nuts? If I don't know that the short interest is rising, but if it is, look out. You know what I mean? You missed earlier, Justin, but I was saying it's like the inverse of when value investors they average down into a bad stock. These folks are averaging up into what you and I would agree is a terrible decision. Even if it's just such a risky trade to make. So if they are at, and I agree with you, it could get worse. Apron just jumped once people realized COVID was going to increase. Right. Today may have very well been GameStop's apron catalyst moment. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Apron went from 2 to 28. Yeah, a little different thing with the apron, though. It fell fast, too. Robert, welcome, Robert. Forget if you chatted. That's how squeezes work, Rob. Watch volume. Steve's been all on the volume. Thanks, Steve. That volume is important. The bond thing is not an upgrade. S&P just took them off credit watch. Oh, okay. Thanks, Justin. Thanks. Yeah, but even still, that's reflexivity. Maybe I'll post that tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, it's just another thing. But indeed, that's a difference, whether it was an upgrade or but being off credit watch. Soren, welcome, Soren. Cheers. Justin, you were the one who got me started on analyzing GME and eventually buying. Your work is appreciated greatly. Excellent. Sick. Glad I could help you make so much money. Justin, I'll admit if Cohen buys, I'll be disappointed if we don't get to see this fully plotted. Hey, Justin, heads up that FYI, it's not my base case that he buys for what that's worth to you. I know I saw your article. You did some good analysis. We did some similar analysis on Cohen. I really believe the bullish thesis intact and that GameStop will be around quite a while. I agree, Justin. If Cohen was to tender offer, will we have to move quickly? Justin, doing an awesome job, Roaring Kitty. Thank you, Roaring Kitty. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate it. I love your excitement on the video. I think I caught a little bit of your last one and now a little bit of this one. You do a great job presenting. Thank you, Justin. And you do a great job with your analysis. Like I said, I've been appreciative of your analysis this whole past year. You've been a prolific writer on a company that I've been heavily analyzing myself, so I'm indebted to you for the work you do, but also for counter-arguing some of the bears stuff. And I'll be like, Justin's got this. And sometimes we have different viewpoints on certain items, but you always do a good job with the analysis, and I appreciate it. Insurance detectives. Yeah, thanks, Justin, for the articles. This is my number one position now, and I still added more yesterday because I couldn't understand the crazy car. Okay, so insurance, he still added yesterday. 6. So I hear you on the other factors with the board. Definitely possible, and I agree it should have been obvious. Yeah, maybe. I'm just speculating. You know I don't know. I'm just tossing it out there. And makeshift player. And GME is a childhood memory for many of us. That's true. A lot of people shop there. There might even be Power Up Rewards members. That can help feed that narrative. People getting excited about it. Justin, awesome, man. Love this. Keep up the good work. Feel free to reach out anytime. Have a great night. Thank you, Justin. Thanks for joining. That was sick. And y'all were talking too. That was awesome. And Justin shared his thoughts. That was sick. This was great. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I feel like this could be. I mean, we're value investors, right? But you can have more interactive, like research being done, having fun, drawing lines for Jordan, clinking the beers, like, bye buddy, thanks for the info. Like, it can be fun. Like, in someone, I spoke to different people who have given me feedback along the way. Like, you could envision maybe, like, the videos are helpful for sharing research and analysis and all that stuff, but even the streams, like, perhaps there would be some streams dedicated to a particular stock. Maybe there's some streams where we're actually doing the research. You know what I mean? Like the research that like Justin's doing and I'm doing, that you're doing, a lot of us are doing. We're actually doing that live stream where we were literally we were doing my Ryan Cohen research. And it's for that. You're poring over the fundamentals. You're doing cash flow analysis. That's boring stuff that isn't exciting for a lot of people, but that's literally that's the job. I mean, that's where the work is done, and that's where I feel some of the best educational insights come from, is seeing the thought process. Like you see Justin's articles, right? They're super helpful. Imagine you're interacting with Justin as he's doing it, right? Like you can. I don't know what we're doing with this channel, right? But it's a good time, and I feel like and you help reframe my thinking when people share their thoughts here. And we're so focused on one stock, so I think that's helpful. But there's other streams where we're just tracking what happened on the day, what happened here, what moved. Or we're shooting the shit. We're like celebrating if a stock went up, you know? So I don't know. We'll see where this goes, but I'm happy you like him. Steve, Rowan Kitty, you're great. I'd love to see more your own perspective on GME and future stocks for that matter. You have a great mind. Ignore the comments sometimes. Even mine. Glad to join you again tonight. Cheers, Steve. Thank you. And you have great insights too. A lot of folks do. Sometimes I don't even pick up on stuff, and someone will say here something like, I don't even know some of this stuff. Like Harsh comes in and he goes, hey, heads up, the S&P, they reaffirmed this stuff, or they removed the credit watch. I don't even know that. And the GameStop website is down. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the discussion, the dialogue, and I think it's been helpful. We've all been dialed into one stock. But for truly, if it's an educational experience, and if people were trying to learn, everyone's trying to learn, right? Some people are just trying to have fun. That's what I mean. There's some streams like dedicated to, let's see the thought process unfold. Let's see how a decision is made. But there's other ones where it's like, let's just talk about a stock. What are people tweeting about? Does it seem like sentiment is changing? What are you thinking about? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. But that's kind of the stuff that's going through my mind. And then the research itself, like, who was it? Makeshift asking about the different stocks in the Rowan Kitty portfolio. Like, it's like I don't want people to have to tune into a 3-hour stream and have to track down when we talk about a stock. And I'm not even adding, what are they called? The bookmarks, or like on some of those long videos they uploaded where I talk about the spreadsheets and I talk about other stuff. Like I put, what the hell do you call it? Is it bookmarks? I can't remember. But I put in the description, here's where I talk about this. Here's where I talk about that. Here's where I talk about this. Timestamp. I timestamp it. And I'm not doing any timestamping right now, but I know that, thank you, Makeshift. You just typed it in there. You just tossed it in there. And so I understand the importance of that stuff. I'm not doing it right now, so I apologize for that. But this will evolve. These are like these early days. And whoever was saying it, like Steven was saying it, like these will be the early days. Hopefully that we'll look back and have a laugh over this, about the wild, wild west of this type of research, right? Who knows? We'll hope GameStop keeps going up. Oh, we didn't even get to do this, but now let's pop this up. Let's look at the daily movers. How often you got to look at the daily movers? We see GameStop usually on the down on the down ones. Let's look at. Oh, can we just quickly? What moved today? I'm just doing a quick scroll. First of all, don't you love to see that? Your top position up the bright green, 22%. Oh, New Gold was up today too. Sick. CNR. I did see CNR was up today. That's sick. Look at these. So a good day for the Rowan Kitty portfolio. Flowtech was up. FTK sick. RRC sick. Trey, Night Rowan Kitty, GME on the up and up. Night Trey, always great to have you. Okay, so a lot of stuff up. Fossil 13%. Shit. Yeah, timestamps make it a lot easier. I apologize, Ed War. I do know this. It's not like it's just low on time right now. That's all. Doing a lot of stuff. But I hope to incremental improvements over time, right? Just like when I'm trying to learn stuff in investing, that's why I try to do this stuff too. Water was up again. Water was up, that big move. Remember that? What the hell? Did it come back down? Oh, it went up. Oh, geez. Okay, so that's really bullish. I got to look into that. Fossil was up 13. Oh my god. All right. So at least it's a top 20 position now. I forget if I added Fossil and FTK. Nice work. Yeah, Jordan. All right. And these ones too, Jordan. Check out those top ones. That's sick. But yeah, isn't that funny, Jordan? We were just talking about that the other day. That's sick. It's just one day, but still a little bit fun. Okay, so some green today. Okay, so not just GameStop. Oh, party starting to take off. Nice. TGI, Camping World down. Okay, oh, so that's been moving. I've been trimming that on the way down. It seems like I've been taking my time. OVV up, sick. Tentacle bumbling around. Okay, so some green across the board. So a good day for value. And that was interesting too, because someone brought my attention to that some of the market was down today, right? So you know what I mean? Like the NASDAQ was down 1%. S&P was down. So is this? You can never tell with one day. This takes weeks and months to analyze. Are you getting that rotation into the Russell 2000, to small cap stocks, value stocks? We've talked about how it could be a tailwind for GameStop. I've been thinking we're too damn late. Like, I thought it could be maybe like it could help boost returns for that type of style this year. But now it's like we're so close, but maybe it could still come. Okay, and then, okay, so that's the portfolio. But now I want to see the actual daily movers because, boy, you never see GameStop here. Sick, let's do it. Sick! Boom, boom, boom! Look at that. And then I got the, that's the percentage. I had to bring that in too because I'm like, well, if I'm looking at what's moving, I want to see what the percent. Oh, no, I messed up. Okay, so 40%. Oh, Kodak was up again today, 37%. Oh, I just inserted and I just ruined. Okay, it popped back. AMCX. Oh, yep, that was in the portfolio. GSM. Okay, so a lot of stuff was up today. So a green day, a lot of stuff in the portfolio. So this is what I mean, and I'm sure Jordan noticed this too because we talked about it on Monday. A lot of value stuff up today, right? I mean, bullish for the Roaring Kitty portfolio, but also bullish for GameStop because GameStop is a true, I mean, it's a classic case of value investing. They got more cash on the balance sheet than they do for the market cap. You know what I mean? So okay, so a lot of stuff flying. This is what I mean. On Monday, a lot of stuff was up, and GameStop wasn't the top performer. And we thought, you know what? This would have been a better move. Like, GameStop deserved to be up a lot more, I felt. And I think I said that on the stream. I don't remember. But today, a lot of stuff was up, and GameStop was top on the list. That's what you like to see because GameStop should be, right? It should be. It should be leading. It should be. I mean, I believe some of these others are good longs too, but if value's making a move and people want those, GameStop should be leading that charge, especially because of that short interest. So this was a big move up. I know Justin said it too. It attracts attention to the stock too. That's right. So we talked about that. I mentioned that on the tweet, but last week too, it gets attention to the stock. All this stuff, reflexivity, gets attention, upgrades, taking them off credit watch, 52-week highs, it breaking out on the chart, it retesting and bouncing off, the pre-orders, the site going down, it trending, you know what I mean? It attracts attention. And although that's not the entire thesis, right? That's not the whole thesis. We know that, but it helps. Oh, go. Like, get moving. And for value stock, that's often what you need. You need the attention. You need people to care, to start paying attention again. And GameStop already has so much going for it fundamentally that now it's like it's a waiting game. We just wait. What news? I mean, maybe buybacks, but it's not necessary for the thesis. It's just let's just sit back and wait. Let's wait for the sentiment to change. And this has long been the thesis as you get closer to the consoles. It just seems to have taken a longer time than I expected, but doesn't it kind of feel like after so long, for those people who have been invested that long, like it finally feels like it's here. But we'll see. These aren't victory laps. It just seems like for the first time it feels like it's getting started these past like 2 weeks, which is exciting, right? But we'll see. It's still early. We just got to see what happens. 9:59. I'm glad I got caught up on the chat. Jeez, I apologize, everybody. Jeez. What I'm gonna do I'm gonna try to find a new song for the closeout video. I gotta try to get the right song with the right beats per minute so that it aligns with the cats going to sleep. Who cares? No one cares. But I'm just trying to have some fun with it. So for the going out, the outro tonight, I'll just play the intro because I don't know if that interfered with my live chat. I couldn't see the live chat. I hope it's not because of that silly copyright thing. So the other one, I paid for all these songs. So. Anyway, I'll do that for the outro. It's still kitties. My 2-year-old daughter, she refers to them as the roaring kitties for the intro video, the sleeping kitties, and then the dancing kitties for that other video that I have. Oh, I could do that one, I think, actually. Oh, could I do that one? Who cares? I know no one cares. What do you care? It's 10 o'clock, but we don't want the YouTube police. We don't want the YouTube police to track us down. If they find out that we're here after 10, doesn't someone get in trouble? It was Jordan. No, I'm kidding. All right, so thanks, everybody. Cheers to everybody. Thank you for all the questions. This was a great time. It was fun to have so many people in here, including Michael Burry and Ryan Cohen. I couldn't believe you joined. What a mind blown on that one. That was just nuts, right, everyone? No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. And thank you everybody for the great commentary. Seriously, this has been a fun time, and let's hope this is just the start. We'll see. But until then, keep up the good analysis. And we'll track the price action, the filing, the news. I can't wait to see GameStop trending and all the news we get tomorrow. But let's see what happens tomorrow. Big day tomorrow, right? Big day. Let's see if we get the follow through on the price action, especially with all this sentiment changing and stuff. This could be sick. Thank you, Rowan Kitty. Thank you, Makeshift. Trump was here. Tremendous work. yeah. Everyone was here. We're all here. Everyone have a nice night. So we'll be back, what's today? Wednesday. We'll be back Friday, hopefully hopefully at a higher price, but let's just see that follow through. Give us some cat house music. I know, yeah. So I actually got some like cat songs that I checked out. So yeah, if you got any Hystrix? Well, cheers, Hystrix. If you got any cat house music, any good music that like fits the vibe, I don't know. I'll keep looking. I'll keep looking. But cheers, everybody. I gotta finish this up before I close it out. Okay, thank you, everybody. Here, let me do the what outro should I do? Let me do damn, I forget. I'm new to OBS. Cheers, Hugo. Thanks, everybody. I don't know. I just don't want to mess up that live chat. This is a test. I'm experimenting. If I play a different song, I'm hoping I can see the live chat. So I'll test that later. Let me try. I'm just gonna try this one. All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a nice night. Thanks for coming. Adios.